removing it.
We begin our session tonight following the events of last week. The remains coming back successful on retrieving Orpheus among the ship the Red Thief. You all have made your way back to the capital city of Zargos, and you've been resting for about 2 days now. Just long enough time to really get some rest and reprieve after a long journey at sea. Bartholomew and Vaxilum have made their way back to the capital city, where you hope to regroup with Zarek and Chloris, hopefully learning what they have been up to in the Feywild during your trips as well. The next steps can resume upon the safe return of Orpheus and the crew of the Eventide. Many of them are still harrowed by their altercation before you all came aboard the Red Thief. However, with the death of Alar Zoldrish, there's a fervency in the air on the way back to the capital. All of them, like, ah! Everybody excited that that bitch is dead and that their captain, Orpheus, their helmsman, is back. Andromeda is mourned slightly among the crew, just based off of her closeness to Orpheus. However, similar to your own sentiments, Andromeda never really was a part of the Eventide, not truly. She was tagging along to achieve this goal, and they remind themselves that the goal has been completed wherever Andromeda is, whether she's alive or dead. Hopefully, she has some solace that her goal was met. Nonetheless, we turn our heads to the Feywild, where Chloris and Zarek have been for about a day. A fraction of the time you all have been traveling. As Chloris, you've been here in the Summer Court. You've been personal guests of the Summer King Oberyn. As he sits on his throne, this is a moment that is unique to you. There aren't the festivities and merriments going around, as there are plenty happening here. There's a moment of a tense silence as you approach the Fairy King's throne. The creature formerly known as Maulof, now known to you as his true name Oberyn, sits with a long staff in his hand in his full regalia. The only two people in this room are you and Zarek. You've enjoyed your time here and been treated well enough, treated as very high esteemed guests. Food has been given to you all, entertainment, should you so warrant it, and anything that you might ask, there are fey creatures at your beck and whim. Zarek approaches you outside of the door before you enter in this very moment, just giving you a once over, making sure that you're ready. Oberyn actually asking for you in particular. As you enter on in, you see that the Fairy King's face is soured. Not in a typical perpetual smirk, as it were. There's a light grimace over his face, a scowl. But you two walk in. There's a formal bow from Zarek, in which you follow suit with a curtsy. Enjoying my realm again?
Indeed, my king, Mama.
You enjoy coming here, don't you?
I do.
Not you. You. You primsies.
I look at Xerix. Is he gonna speak?
Zarek's looking at you. He was here to get you here, and he's giving you the same. As you look to him, just he's looked to you.
I'm sorry to dismay you with my presence.
Walk with me, you two, if you'd be so kind.
As you
Gets up
wish.
from his throne. He passes by You two instinctively take a step, allowing him to move through as the doors open. And he leads you down this long hallway. Excuse me.
Let's see.
Thank you. Eventually, you arrive in front of these oak carved doors with golden, yellow, and green inlays, almost hardened flora. He opens the door, and you see what appears to be a bedchamber. A large circular bed at the back of the bedroom. It's more of like a penthouse suite essentially. You see Zarek um Maloth, what is this? If I wanted to seduce either of you, then I'd have stooped so low that I would not deserve my seat. Enter in. So he hits the staff and he's moving forward, making his way. He's dressed in very light clothing, just some cloth to cover his waist, and that stops right above his knees and it flows outwards, almost moving in a magnificent, magical wave, essentially. He leads you both to the back of the suite where a large glass pane that looks out into the yard behind the summer palace. And what shocks you, Cloris, is this large, gargantuan mass of twisting vines and bark that extends upwards into the whipped clouds above. Almost like a beanstalk, but it's more tight, it's more uniform, and it's gnarly. It looks aggressive. Either of you want to guess what that is?
Can I do a nature check on the thing?
Yeah, give me a nature check. It's miles and miles out. The only reason you can see is because it's
27.
so big. 27 nature. Big roll to start us off tonight, Cloris. On a 27, this definitely looks. The Feywild is a unique place, but something this uniform typically isn't in the realm's nature. This was probably created by Malroth.
What is this?
This is
What have you
me cleaning up you Primsy's mess. Last time you were here, what was it for? Please remind me.
Restore the spring court.
Restore the spring court. Yes, you did us a favor. I can't deny as much. Your and your friend's help was much appreciated. However, with the spring court's absorption and subsequent reformation, the realm bleeds. Furthermore, there's a divine joke that I understand you and your friends are dealt with stopping. Primsies arriving by the hundreds into my home to escape. I know not who brings them in, I know not why. All I know is there are too many of you here for the realm's liking. And, even more recently, a scuffle in the Unseelie Court causing havoc in the very spaces between my realm.
Havoc in the silly court.
Simply put, you have made the Feywild angry. And when it is angry, it responds in kind. A manifestation of its malice to punish us has been sent, and it started with me. This is why I can't stand you, Primsies. You enjoy our delightful realm, and then you leave, not knowing what your very presence does to affect my true kin. You and your friends are responsible. Even if you're not directly to blame, I am holding you responsible. You came to my lands. You took my aid. I allowed you to wander about this realm. And now, I am demanding your aid. Do you understand me?
I do.
Right now, in there, a creature sits afflicting my people. Countless Fey under its influence, trapped in there. Hopefully I can stall its movements. You see he turns his back to you, looking out, putting one arm on the glass window pane. See, Zerk gives you a look. What's your passive insight, Cloris?
15.
15? I'll say on a 15, Zerk's like, fuck that. Like, I don't know you shit.
So just to be clear, if we send the Primsies to another location and fight this beast, will you be pleased?
The Primsies I can handle. This creature I cannot. The Feywild and its cold jokes has prevented my magic from harming it. Any of us Fey creatures. Unfortunately, I am at the mercy of you small Primsies. It's time for you to clean up your own mess.
Yes.
Maloth, I understand that you're upset. Quite frankly, I don't have time to waste on this. We have a problem on the material plane, one that's bigger than your ego, shockingly as that can be. Simply put, I'd let this entire realm die than stay 1 minute here. Existence is at stake. I'm not gonna prance about in the. You see, Maloth goes for Zarek's throat, catches him. Zarek catches his wrist and goes for his throat as well, as the two individuals are locked in this kind of tight grasp with each other.
Hey, calm down.
You get in the middle of them, you push them off each other as Maloth recedes, looking at both of you, just grotesque as a whole. Zarek pulls back, not really flinching. He looks to you, Cloris, and he...
We all have problems. If this being at the material plane takes over the world, it will be coming from more planes, as he has said. However, is it a possibility if we swiftly go and defeat the monster, there would be kinda aid from the Feywild?
You see Maloth looks like he's gonna snap, and then he lets reason take over for a second. What are you proposing?
That and I'm looking at Zarek right now before I say anything. And my companion disposes of this beast in order to gain some sort of help from the Feywild defeating this eternal Eos on the material plane. So we could benefit from both planes of existence, which also will cause the Primsies not to retreat to the Feywild or seek refuge here.
I am not without understanding. You do this for me, and I will give you the Summer Court's aid. I cannot speak for my fellow Archfey.
That is fair.
Go back to your friends then and inform them of my offer. And you, as he points to Zarek, never step foot in my realm again. Wasn't planning on it. As he turns, Cloris, you and Zarek take a step away. The doors close. Dick! Oh my gods!
Come here. The wolf
Nah, he
wants-
can fucking hear. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go. Let's get
Let's
some.
go.
Let's get something to eat. Let's head out. As you're walking back, Cloris, Zarek is obviously fucking pissed. Just annoyed. He's like, fuck this. Fucking get this asshole of a guy. When you hear this deep voice rumbling and this wing of the palace starts shaking slightly. You hear massive footsteps. You see this massive Fomorian running forward, just dressed in a very tight linen shirt. You see Danvag as he runs, sprinting. He tackles you to the ground, and it's cute for a moment until you realize there's this 8-foot, 10-foot tall creature
You're squeezing me.
wrapping just their hand around you and rolling onto the floor.
You're
They're
squeezing me.
on their back as they're holding you up. Oh, it's been so long.
It has!
I missed
have-
you.
I have a gift for you!
You pull back, your face purple, just as he drops you down. Oh, as he sits crisscross, there's a small rumble as the impact of his frame shakes some of the decor around.
It's
Gift.
basic. Yes, it's basically just, all my crafts, my granny squares in a big,
Takes it, and it's like so tiny in between
No,
the
no,
thumb
no,
and
no.
index finger.
It's a long. So
Oh, it's a
really
long
tiny.
one. Cool.
Yeah.
He takes it and ooh.
It's for your
She's
finger.
nice.
Yes.
He wraps it
Ah.
around once, it falls down, he picks it up and wraps it another time.
Let me tie it.
Okay.
Oh, I tie it like a ring, I guess.
Are you gonna stay?
No, not yet. Maybe later, in a couple of 100 years.
Okay. I'll see you in a couple of 100 years. Bye. He squeezes you again, drops you, and he runs off with this stupid guffaw. Sees other people, they're like, God damn it, Danvag, as he just barrels his way through the palace. It's more of not like a, oh, this is a surprise. It's like, oh, he's here again. Again. Alright. Anything you want to do in the Feywild before Zarek Plain walks you both out to the Empire?
Yes, I want to see my lead, Morocroft.
Yes. Yes. You head over to the Spring Court using the many stone circles that, you are allowed to use at this point, having helped the Feywild. You transport from the Summer Court to the Spring Court. You see Morkarth in the garden where a former Archfey used to spend most of her time. As you see this young man, he's sitting there, beautiful individual. He has long pastel pink and green hair, what looks to be like antler horns that extend backward and curve into a crown that sits up just above the back of his skull, and each one sprouting. He pulls a small sprout from his flower and gives it to a small creature. They take it, and he's just singing a beautiful song in the garden with all of them, as all of these fey creatures sit around and listen to this song. His eyes lock with you after a while. The song finishes, and as he stands and from his seated position, you notice that even in the short time, this is like a completely different person. They don't have that childish naivety anymore. This is like a king. Like they present themselves as a king.
I do a little curtsy, like,
He
nay.
does a little bow. Um, I'm sorry, names are difficult for me to remember, but I think I remember yours. Of course.
Yes, my liege.
How have
I
you been?
I have been very well. How have you been?
I have been very well. To what do I owe the pleasure of your presence?
I personally really wanted to see you. While I was here, I missed your presence. Right.
You are always welcome here, Chloris,
And
as are many of your kind. You see many Primsies, many mortals, humans, elves, half elves, orcs, all different races amidst the gardens as well.
that is also why I'm here, my liege. I will confide in you. I am scared. For whatever happens, there's a plague, an insect, a bug that I cannot squat on the material plane.
Why must you squash it? Bugs are living
It's
creatures as well.
I do, but it's a locust. It seeks to destroy the whole plane.
It only seeks to destroy. Must just be its current goal. That doesn't mean it's its nature. Nothing's nature is to perform malice. Don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to ignorance.
That is true. But I need a certain artifact to fight against this. Make this person seem to reason. This will stop its havoc.
An artifact. An item, correct?
Yes, a weapon of legends and lore.
Hmm.
I would.
But you have just returned from the summer court, have you not?
Yes.
And did you see my lord, Maloth?
I saw the Lord Malif and then all his great being.
So then what is your question?
I was just wondering if we're in the Feywild, we would seek such a magnificent artifact.
He gives you a look like we just had the. You went to go see Maloth, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I gotcha. I have been very jet lagged from plane hopping, at least. I think I get your gist.
Thank you, Boris.
I'm sorry to impose you. Can I join you in this merry song instead? I have been
You
practicing.
absolutely may.
So I turn to my beautiful lyre and join him.
Absolutely, and you kind of play this song in tandem with his singing voice. You put on the show for these Primsies, as they're known here. Cloris, I will say after that conversation, it's kind of give me an insight check if you'd be so kind.
10.
10.
It's lower than my passive.
Lower than what is your passive?
15.
15. I'll say it's a weird question to ask. Like, where's this artifact to this guy that was just born?
Yeah.
Because in his mind, he's like, Maloth is the strongest weapon. Like, that's He's the strongest weapon. Sorry.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Um,
Anything else you want to do while you're in the Feywild before Zarek heads you all back?
this is gonna bite me in the ass. I'm gonna go through the River King.
To the what?
River King.
The River King. Okay. You make your way on over. Again, this one is a bit unique, making your way to the Summer Court and then following the same path. It takes you some while, but kind of time's a bit wonky here. Yes, go ahead.
I do have. No, I'm gonna speak very plainly. And just try to be like safe. Try to be coaching. Try to be coaching.
Okay. Eventually, you're granted an audience. Zarek's alongside you as the River King, boils and all, sits on the throne. All of his daughters of various fish-looking faces and biology standing on his right and his left. Hello.
Hey, I promised you I would be back to visit you. You said you were lonely.
I don't recall saying such a thing.
Oh well. I bring news from your daughter.
Yes, is she married?
She's getting there. Real close. I
Is
believe
she
has
engaged?
She is. I have a boyfriend at least. Chosen one.
Fine.
You do hate when other people meddle in planes, right? If I recall.
What do you want?
I need to find a stupid artifact, and I tell him about the. I can't remember the name. It's been so long.
The armament? Yeah.
Yes. Armaments.
He extends his hand out. What do you have to offer for said information?
How about I marry another of your daughters?
Yes, because the first one is doing so well.
Oh, well, okay then. Can I make like a...
Take your time.
Let me see what I have to offer you.
Yes, I'm sure there's plenty in that bag.
Okay. I'm just thinking here. I don't have a lot of magic items, to be honest.
The Feywild doesn't have to be an item.
I know, but what I am not sure I want to dig in on a memory.
Last time it was your backstory.
Offer up your firstborn child.
No.
Also good.
I don't think he wants magic. I gave him a legendary last time.
How's it going?
I am offering you the stream scale whistle. We can call it.
Oh my god. I can't believe you.
Giving him a dragon.
I can't believe you.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, this might be bad, this might go. The dice will tell a tale.
It's the whistle that summons the Feywild dragon.
11.
11.
I have +2, so no.
He looks at it.
Not enough.
A pet to clean its shit after and watch it moan and complain. He tosses it back.
Okay, I take it back. Okay. In what scale of things do you want?
I don't want for nothing, except to get
In
these
return.
women out of my home.
I do have a potential good unmarried wizard who's gonna be.
Yes. So you say.
He is very eligible. He is about to be an archmage. If you give him a couple of years, he might be ready for such a commitment.
You're speaking of the scrawny boy that was here last, yes?
Yes.
Well, ladies,
How about if I have a son, I will marry him with one of your daughters.
No, absolutely not. What?
make another persuasion check. This is your last chance. You need a 16 persuasion check.
Cheers in
Your
the
last
background,
chance.
just going.
Rita's
I-
always so
What?
pumped to go to the Feywild, forgetting you gotta negotiate and charisma your way through every single person
Okay.
there.
I'm gonna add my 1d4 if this is go well. If I see this possible.
Go. I am just saying you are committed. 12, so you gotta get a 4.
Plus
You
the
need a 4.
d4.
You need a 4.
Okay.
Before you. Okay, hang on. 2.
14.
14. Yes, I'm very sure my daughters would love to wait for a babe to be born and marry that babe. It seems you have nothing to offer.
Yes.
Well, if that is all,
Yeah, apparently it's
you may
all.
leave.
I tried.
You did something.
I will see you in a year. There are
Hopefully
agreements.
not.
Too bad.
Yes, indeed. Goodbye.
I'm just gonna tell you the world is in danger if you don't care.
I don't. Goodbye.
Your daughter might die.
That's one less.
Oh,
God damn.
oh well.
If
I
y'all
tried.
don't remember, the
I
River
know.
King
I
is
know.
the most hated person in the Sealy courts for this reason.
He's just
The
a
something
hater.
was a good play, but he does not care. Good try.
He's
good
he's
try.
I
a
tried.
hater.
Good
I
try.
tried.
Absolutely.
Always watching.
Always watching.
I wanna talk to Verani because I've been treating them kind of the same. Like,
Yeah, for sure. The autumn archway. You see her. They're in the middle of a festival. There's a large harvest. There are fey creatures like carving pumpkin heads, and she's in the center, standing by this large scarecrow that's being built. As it's just the finishing touches are being built on it. She sees you. Oh, what is this? Hello. Coming to
Hello.
join the festivities?
yes, and see you.
Well, it's wonderful to see you.
I just wanted. How have you been since last? How's it going?
I have been wonderful, enjoying my fellow subjects. Their time and my time is well spent when it's spent together. Are you sure you don't want to stay for the festival, you two? I have. Zarek kind of puts a hand up. No, we're going to be heading out soon. Oh, well, if that's the case, she waves a quick finger. The scarecrow that was being built 15 feet comes to life. The head turns around, the massive pumpkin head. It does a quick little jig to the music that's playing. And it starts moving about the festival, just dancing, picking up small fey creatures and dancing with them, this massive scarecrow.
That is so adorable. I'm having the best time. I'm grabbing some apple pies before you leave. I'm sorry.
Help yourself. They just keep coming and coming and coming. As you grab one, the second it comes from the plaid picnic cloth, another one pops into existence. Zarek takes one, another one pops into existence. There's gotta be. There's. I'm not gonna ask any questions.
No, don't. It ruins the magic. Just eat. All right. Marnie, I'm gonna help the Feywild getting rid of all the princes that's overlooking.
They're fine here. I don't
You
mind
sure?
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
They can come here if anyone's saying anything.
All right. So, place of refuge. Yeah.
Of course.
How is your relationship with the Winter Queen? Have you heard him?
I don't speak to Queen Entriana or King Maulof much. Mainly just
Okay.
Morgoth.
Morgoth? Your brother?
Yeah.
He is becoming such a wise king.
He can be.
You seem more to be you seem to be very well growing into your role as
Thank you. Sometimes I feel like. Sometimes I have weird thoughts, weird dreams, but I'm happy
What
here.
weird dreams?
I don't know. Don't feel like they're mine. It's weird. It's nothing. I don't want to bother you. There's a festival going on. I am very busy.
You do know that dreams are my specialty.
I'm sure they are. Nothing to worry about, dear.
All right. We'll speak about that though next time. I'm sadly
I look
have
forward to it.
return back to the final point.
Well, hopefully you have as much fun there as I have here.
I hope so. And I just give her a big hug.
She gives you a hug back, and she goes back to the festivities. Eventually,
wanna-
Zarek. Go ahead.
I just want to grab some Emperor Shell.
As far as like the item,
Yeah.
the legendary item,
No,
probably
not the-
no, but
not
just
the
like the actual
legendary.
food for sure,
Yes.
for sure. Absolutely. You go ahead, grab a couple of souvenirs and things from your trip here, and Zarek planeswalks you back to the capital city with a deal on the table for you to bring to your fellow remains. The rest of you arrive back in the capital city. Orpheus has been put up and is being tended to back in the Tower of Eden, the very top, where the rest of the crew rests as well. Repairs have already begun on the Eventide. I'm going to shoot it back to the rest of you all. First and foremost, Discovery, Kurt, Marzina, and Yuri. Anything you four want to do before Bartholdi and Vaxlin return?
I feel like Cove would immediately go back to work with the mages and
Yeah.
everything. Like immediately, like no 2-day rest. Like, all right, I'm back. Let's get
Mhm.
back in.
You open the office into the tower or you open the door into the office at the top of the tower, and no one even greets you. It's just these two, Tarathiel and Artigan, going back and forth. There's a tenseness in the room as they're working in silence, but they're still just talking about Arcanum. As you enter on in the middle of his conversation with Tarathiel, just not even acknowledging you for a good 45 minutes, Discovery, if you would grab and he labels the book, you automatically know which one to grab. You take it, you open
Immediately.
it up, and they start having this debate about weaving spells and just spellcraft as a whole.
I think one thing Cove did kind of did before was when they didn't really want to talk, kind of like use Cove as a middleman for some of the stuff.
Yeah,
Like
they're actually
immediately.
having a debate at this point.
Oh, okay. Then I would be fully enraptured and listening and helping, like giving them whatever they need. Let's immediately back. No time wasted. Let's get back to work.
Absolutely. Give me an insight check if you'd be so kind. He's back.
Now I'm not gonna
Is
ask
that
for
a Big
anything. I'm
Mac?
just gonna roll
Is that a
insight.
Big Mac?
Ooh, 16.
16. You see that Artigan. Ooh, big fillet. You see that Artigan is doing a better job of involving you in the discussion a bit more. He's asking you questions that you should know the answers to, as opposed to asking you questions that you have no clue about. So he's trying to involve you in the conversation slightly more. Tarathiel is just like, no, you're wrong, old man. this is why I was chosen for Tenebrae. He's like, I'm sure you were chosen for Tenebrae because you're a bitch. And he's like, well, all right then. That's why I'm still here though. And it's just them butting heads for like days and days on end.
I think Cove would stay honest to whatever his opinion is on the debate. So like maybe he'll lean towards the argument at one point, but then he'll lean towards the other one. Like we don't have time to pick sides. I'm picking what I think is correct.
Okay.
Like going
Absolutely.
is like we don't need opinions, we need answers. So we're
sure.
for the answer.
It's getting into the realm of like, okay, what if we could travel through black holes? Like that type of science. It's like, what if science? What if science? It's like we've done all the math to get there. Now it's the math that no one has done before. How do we get there? How did Demorge do it? I don't know. Well, we got to figure that shit out. And so they're working on that, you being an instrumental part of that. Anything else from Kurt, Yuri, Cove, or Marzina? Yes, Marcina.
Morpheus. He was fish
Yeah.
food.
He was
So-
fish food.
Can I like cast like regenerate on him? Like help?
Yeah, I mean, like
existing
he's
body
being
parts?
tended to. Like his body parts, you like. There's a whole chunk of his body that's ripped off. You cast the spell, it grows the bones, the skin, the muscle over it, and the skin over that. It's slightly a different color, and as you finish, he goes, huh, "Guess I got a tan."
I mean,
That'll
it's
a
gonna be
story
like.
for the ladies.
I was gonna say that when you're going to the bars. Yeah, look at you. Oh my gosh, great minds think alike.
Great minds indeed. Great minds indeed.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry we didn't get to you sooner.
You got to me. Am I gonna bitch and moan that I lost a few more inches of skin, or am I gonna be happy that I made it?
True. If you do lose more skin, let me know. I can help with that.
He just looks at the different coloration. Yeah, I'll be right on that. You'll be the first person I let know.
Good. Okay. Yeah, that's all Bear wants to do.
Oh. Anything else from Yuri or Kurt?
Not specifically. I think, if anything, just putting Orpheus to work in the bars, just so he can have something to ground him a little bit. That's a little bit more of a social, go be an ass kind of thing.
I'm gonna roll a. I'm gonna say a performance check because he doesn't have expertise in performance. 12. He's not the best server or barman, but he's not the worst. Like he's definitely like spilling a couple glasses and he's like,
He's the
shit.
entertainer, yeah.
Yeah, but he's making people laugh,
sorts,
and that's
yeah.
the thing that are getting him tips and bringing more people in. Orpheus is also very easy on the eyes. You know, he gives your other barman a run for his money, kind of
Luca?
annoyingly so. Luca's a bit annoyed at the fact. But Orpheus is bringing in some different clientele to the captain's quarters. Some maidens and men of the night, as well as some nobility that actually come by and stop by to see Orpheus. He's definitely quite the charmer.
That's
One night, as like you're closing up, Orpheus is the last barman there. You see him doing the full like flourishes. He's doing like the thing where you take the bottle, you flip it up, hit it on your elbow, catch it on the back of your hand, and then catch it again and balance it. On the first one, he flips it. Second one, he flips it. Third one, he. I was playing, ladies. You see, they kind of giggle as he takes a cup and grabs the extra bottle, pours it for them, and they give him quite a decent tip. He takes the tip, he takes a small portion of it, and he flicks the other gold coin to you. Man, what can you do?
Good to see you settling in.
Got to. Can't be sitting around a bed and letting Marzina make me look like a zebra.
Yeah, you can't really wear the low cut quite as much anymore, huh?
I think I can still pull it off. How you doing? Missing your bar and all that. Good to be back to work. Cause my check needs to be signed. I need my money tomorrow, boss man.
Yeah, It's nice. Different, but nice.
Nice is a good word for it.
I imagine there'll be some more things to work out, iron out all the kinks whenever we have a minute to breathe, but
Yeah, that's going around in short supply, it seems, these days. But we'll look on the bright side. Hopefully soon we'll have that moment to breathe, and maybe then I'll be good enough to get back on the seas. This is nice and all, but coming close to dying and not. Deck of the ship is where I belong.
it's fair. I understand.
What about you when all this is done? Seems you got your ass held up here. You're not gonna come with the boys out on a couple of trips?
Yo, I'm sure I won't be here all the time. Nothing wrong with vacation. A work
Vacation, a working vacation. That's
Work.
not a vacation, boss. That's just work.
Depends. When you're in port, work, yes, but between cities, not so much.
Tell you what, there's this little hole in the wall bar in Cortosa. When everything is all said and done, you, me, couple boys, head on out, head over there. There are sirens for entertainment.
I think I know the one. I had a stint in Cortosa for a little bit.
Then
It was
you know that
eye-opening.
very eye-opening as well as other orifice openings, but that's neither here nor there. Let's let that be the first vacation we go to.
Worst places to be.
Definitely worse places to be, my friend. Definitely worse places to be. All right. Kurt or Marzina, anything? Or Kurt, anything?
No, I don't think anything specific from Kurt. Kurt's just, Kurt's fucking,
Oh,
Kurt's
nice.
training. He's,
For sure.
yeah, Kurt's
You
Kurt's
training
training.
in the
I
fire
think, is-
plane, or are you training here at the Capitol?
I think here at the capital, like now that
Cool.
everybody's gathered and stuff again,
Cool.
like he's staying.
I'm gonna
think-
pass it back. Oh, go ahead, Marzina.
I think Mare is also training with Kurt, using her cool, sexy sword. Yay!
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Bartholdi, you return anything you want to do.
Find Yuri, see how it went. I think so. I'm gonna look for Yuri. Orpheus.
Yeah, for sure. You do find them at the captain's quarters. You go in the morning or you go at night. You kind of owning a restaurant yourself. You know that middle of the dinner rush is probably not the best time to go. So have your pick. Morning before they open or night out after they close.
I'll pick a night after they close when most of the crew just happens to be there, if possible. Like not just
Well, I'll
Orpheus,
give
but
it-
as many as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. The captain's quarters is heavily frequented by the Eventide crew.
Yeah.
It is a small thorn in your side, Yuri, because a lot of them are like, we drink free, right? No, we don't. Okay, cool.
No,
And then
you
they don't
do.
pay
It
their
just comes out of your
tabs.
paycheck later.
Exactly. They just don't pay tabs, and then like, all right, that's cool. We'll
Just
go
get
do a
paid
job.
less.
It's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like they got room and board, like basically paid for. Like they're just sailors chilling, essentially. So Bartholdi, you enter on in. You see there's
Also
a couple
free
of
security.
sailors. Absolutely. There's a couple of sailors in there, about 5 or 6 of them, as well as Orpheus and Yuri. Wrapping up shop for the days. You enter in one of the right before they close. Some of the Orpheus is already putting up some of the chairs on the tables as he sees you. Oh, body boy! Good
Hey.
to see you. Shakes your
Sir.
hand, kind of clasping it.
Sorry I couldn't be there personally, but I'm so glad to see you well.
Yeah, I'm very upset at you. Could have died, and you weren't there to see me. I'm just fucking. I don't care.
It's probably a good thing. Everybody, come here, and he'll just set like 5K on the gold table, like of gold on the table.
Oh shit! What? What?
A bonus for all services rendered.
You see one of the sailors. Is this a bonus for just us 7 here, or you see another one elbows him? You see Orpheus kind of flicks him on the back of the head. You fucking idiot! If you didn't say anything, we could have just split it. Kidding. No, I'll make sure this is split throughout evenly, you both. I'll make sure I'm on it.
It's the least I can do.
Yeah, I could have died and you weren't even there. This is the least you can do. Maybe another 1,000. Gives
Alright,
you a sly wink.
How about you can eat for free during the month of August, or whatever the 10th month is?
Sure. Heroin.
Yeah, heroin. Heroin
So I gotta
feast
go
every year on
across
me.
across the world to get a free meal. I've done it for less, boys. A couple of them go, "Whoo!"
Captain, a word.
No one really around to
Yeah.
scoot around.
How are you? Everything all right?
Yes and no. Yes and no. But it's done.
So, closure at least.
It's a net positive.
I guess we'll take that.
It's all nice. Right. How about you?
Got my ass kicked by a storm giant. That really sucked. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to show for it. Just bruises. They don't consider me a Fragarian there. I'm not, so I don't blame them.
I was about to say, do you consider yourself a Fragarian?
No.
I've never thought of you as such.
No. Much as I would try to fight it, I more belong to Usmus than anywhere. So I spent the most of my life at this point. As an adult.
Well, that means you have a home there.
It's true.
A lot of spilled blood and sweat there. Compared to that, Fragaria is just a place. Where you're from doesn't really matter. I'm from a podunk town 5 miles south of here. Doesn't mean shit.
Well, you built a home right here.
Found it, let it go to hell, and am trying to rebuild it. Trying. Takes time.
Could I have had a, like, golden anchor commission for Yuri, by the way? Because I would like to have had that done if I could have.
A golden anchor? This opulent-ass golden anchor?
Not, like, super opulent, but, like, a nice
Sure.
anchor. Like, it,
Like
you
a
know,
wall
This is
piece?
Yeah, like a wall.
gold-cast anchor.
yeah.
Oh,
A
okay,
wall
for sure.
piece.
Oh, like
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, like a
Absolutely,
decorative piece.
absolutely. Hell yeah! I'll say you just gotta pay like probably 50 gold for the actual like gold metal like placed down, and then maybe another 5 more for workmanship.
Got it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's in your handy haversack. Forcing
Yeah.
it in there, just angling it weirdly to.
Probably awkwardly pulling it out. It's not coming out right at first. He's just like, all
Corner,
right.
Pivot. Pivot.
Gets it out eventually. To help you on your way. And he just sets it on the table. It's just like...
I'll say the 10 minutes of watching you try and get that out of a bag was more than worth it.
You should have seen the fight with the storm giant. You would have been roaring.
I don't do well with cold climates. But no, we'll put it up on the wall behind the one of the bars. I mean, it's a little bit more tasteful than what Boris brought on.
Check out this shark. This is cool.
It is. It took a bit of doing. When she pulled it out, it was literally just a shark carcass, like half. It was
Ah, yeah.
a lot. But
well,
we get there. We get there.
it's a bit of the trickery, I think, that just lingers.
It's tasteful. It's tasteful.
It's yeah,
I didn't say what kind of taste, but
something.
something sour. No, it's. I'm glad that you went back though. It seemed like you. I don't know if it's just you, but you tend to give off the aura of a martyr. Like this was just one thing that you were trying to check off your list before you kick it. There's quite a few of you like that. Not me. I put down roots when you're trying to cut them, so.
That's a fair stab, Yuri.
Something.
That's a fair stab.
Says something.
I think when you're facing Oblivion, it's not unfair to make sure things aren't left undone, right?
No, I didn't say that. I mean, we postponed a pretty important trip to the water plane to get Orpheus, yes.
It was worth it.
Appreciate it.
It was more than worth it.
At least 20% of it was because of who took him.
I did go to Fragaria to get closure on something, but what you said about roots, they tend to grow even when you try to stomp them out. That's what I learned.
What happens when you stop moving?
I long for the day when I could stop moving.
I used to hate it. Still do a little bit, but it's growing on me.
I still got a few more fights left in me, but after that, I'd be okay with just cooking for a while. Maybe trying to have a semblance of an average life.
Who needs that? That's boring.
I think that's because you've got a massive spark in you that no one could put out.
I'm just stubborn.
That's not a way of putting it, I guess. Still, I'm glad I can finally call you, I think, a friend.
I suppose so.
Also a business partner.
I don't know about that.
I mean, there's a bit of cross.
Which business?
Just
I
the
mean,
top
we
side.
have-
Just the top side.
We had the ship, we have this bar, we have that bar, we have the places that are underneath the bars that aren't on the documents.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll just handle the top side. Anything that happens off the documents will be on your end.
Yeah. No. Bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, but like you said, putting down roots is also important. And you gotta nurture them or they won't grow right. You've done a fine job, Yuri.
I agree.
Shakes his hand. Alright, let's go find the others.
All right. Anyone else before I move forward to the meeting with all the Guardians and the Remains to go over next steps?
Can I have a moment with Zurich?
Yeah, for sure. You find him in Eden. That's where he lives as well. I'll say you catch him in between meetings. He's walking with Val Gadinor, who's like his military leader. He's explaining where he wants to move the troops when the sealing of Zarix begins, and then when the assault on Sigorin happens as well. He spots you. You walk in tandem. Chloris, sorry. Vagdina, we'll finish our discussion later, okay? I promise. You see Vagdina gives him a bow. Hey, you got some business to talk to me about?
Just want to check in with you.
Yeah.
How are you doing? How are you feeling? I know it's not a place where you feel this, and we don't have time of such.
Yeah.
But I just want to check in with you.
I appreciate the sentiment. I do.
I also wanted to show you something, and I was hoping I could hang it here, yes.
Yeah, what is it?
While we had like 3 months of downtime, I did commission a painting of all of us. You included. And I showed this grand portrait in my downtime of Xerix and the party and Artigan in the background, very in the background. Of Luminous Guardians and Vaxable.
Thank you. As he holds it in his hands, he extends it back out. You should keep it.
Alright. I know, I won't forget you. And I hope this picture is that at least it ends up in a museum or somewhere where people may
Nah. I don't think I want it in a museum.
No. But I will place it in my home.
That's what I want to hear. You know, I sometimes used to think, what type of emperor would I be remembered for? And the reality is, my people don't know my face. But I think that's okay. I think I'm okay with going down in history as someone that helped you guys.
Well, for me, you will always be my dearest friend.
Thank you.
And if I have a son, I wish he was just like you.
Thank you. I'm not really good at this whole thing.
I'm just giving you a hug, just...
It's a weird thing, like he takes the hug and he stiffens, like he doesn't know what to do with his arms. Yeah.
You just ruffle him hair like a model.
Do you need me to bend down? You're a bit short.
I can reach. I just steer him with tippy toes
Okay.
and jump.
Yeah, I appreciate the sentiment, but you know, what you said is right. There's not enough time for feelings. Not for me.
But I just wanted to come along.
Thank you.
Just give him one big hug and make you some
Yeah,
hot
the
chocolate
second time he
tea.
gives you a big hug back.
Just making him some hot chocolate.
Absolutely. He doesn't like enjoy it like a. He's like, all right.
All right, and then just
Freak.
give some wine and stuff like that. And just have
Yeah.
a nice moment with him.
For sure, absolutely. Eventually, you all are brought to this war room in Eden. Vaxilin informs Artigan and Zarek of the unfortunate failure to bring the Fragarians onto the table. They're definitely like, fuck. Alright, well, we have still some things to get done. You all, I'm glad that you were able to get your friend back. Genuinely. It's important to surround yourselves with people that are going to stick around for a long time and people who you enjoy. That's a fleeting commodity nowadays. But we still have work to do. There's the matter of the covenant with Undyne in the City of Glass in the Water Plane. Chloris, inform them on what we talked with Mauloth about.
There are a lot of people seeking refugees, so Malov and the Feywild are pissed off, and there is a beast, which is very dangerous, and no Fey can touch him.
It's a creature that's been rendered resistant to Fey creatures. It seems that Maloth's going to need our help. But we also have the meeting with Undyne to discuss first. I don't feel confident on dispatching anyone until we meet with Undyne. But since you all are the ones that are going, I'll leave it up to you. Vaxlin, Oliver, and I, we're going to head on over to Zarx. Hopefully try to help the Exodus out and begin the plan to seal the country off.
I do recall that the Autumn Queen has let people be refugees in her own.
I think I would try to abstain from sending more people to the Feywild if we can help it. But that's good information, because if our cities become overpacked, I don't want infighting within the Empire. I don't want people to go starving, and when a city is overflown, there's crime that runs rampant. Obviously, that's on a smaller scale than what we're dealing with, but it's something good to know. Artigan, can you make it happen? I can. Good. We'll do an inspection at the borders of Zarix, and good idea, Chloris.
Thank you.
The rest of you, I'm gonna leave it up to you all.
Does it look like he's waiting for us to discuss it in front of him, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've left Undyne waiting long enough, right? I think that's the most pressing. Obviously, we need to sort this Feywild stuff out, but Undyne was expecting us, and we did put that off for a while, so I think that might be our most pressing.
True. The only thing I'm worried about is how time moves in the Feywild. It's very much expedited. At the time we deal with Undyne, we won't be sure how much time has transpired in the Feywild.
Chloris, do we know where this beast is? There's something we know about the Feywild, if it's like near like the palace, right? The time is like normal.
Mhm.
Well, not normal, but like closer
yeah,
to.
closer to an archfey. Yes, I do know that. Do I know where the beast is? Did Mal tell me?
That spire, Maloff
the
said
spire.
he captured it in there and is
Yeah.
holding it at bay,
Okay.
trying to like keep it at bay. That's the only an archfey of Maloff's strength can hold this creature back. That's resistant to fey creatures.
It's really close to his palace, just very out there. So I assume time would look normal.
Then
Yeah, at least closer to how our time works.
Yes.
I have a
That's-
question. What if we split the party up? Like, 3 of us go to the Feywild, 3 of us go to the Water Plane.
is that something we wish to do? Because the last time we split up, someone
I
got
was gonna
stabbed in the
say.
heart. Let's look at Kurt.
Yeah, it didn't go so well last time, but it is.
Oh wait, you died?
It does have.
He
Yeah,
was quite
Chloris,
restless.
Oh no, Kurt, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Are you glad you're okay? Holy shit.
yeah, no, I'm fine. We got shit to do. It's
Although
yeah.
he's
I'm not used to being the one that takes the hits. It's, you're a lot better at that, Bartholdi.
I appreciate it. Question mark.
I'll leave it up to you all. I think Chloris and Kurt are both right. Discovery as well. However, Kurt, you make a point. We've kept Undyne waiting long enough. It might be as simple as going in there, asking for their help, and seeing what that entails. but I'll leave it up to you all.
I think keeping Malif waiting is also ideal.
Keeping Undyne waiting is also a big deal.
Yes.
Malloth can't help us seal Zarix. Undyne
That's
can.
true. Fair. That is
I think we should go for the water plane, but I feel like I'm biased.
I think getting one of the four getting one of the four king or queens of the elemental planes might be a bit more of a priority. But the second we are done, we must journey to the Feywild, unless you guys wish to split the party and see how that goes. But we risk half of us maybe not succeed in our endeavor if we do so.
I think we're stronger all as one group facing this unknown hopefully ally. But
I also think that these plane missions, I do prefer that we do stay together for those because they're unpredictable. That's if there's problems and we're split apart, then we're in a whole different plane and there's a lot we have to deal with. We have to make sure there's somebody who can get us out of there. We have to. There's
considering that
too
these
many
are-
variables that we
yeah,
need to
it's-
account for.
How can we three help you out?
Could you check on whatever this creature is in the Feywild? At least see what it is.
I can. Vaxilin.
He
said
really
leave.
can't.
No.
He really can't. No, he's not going.
Vaxilin, I'm not going to the Feywild. Vaxilin. No.
Why is everyone against a Feywild? Let's.
because it's all
Silence in the room as every head just turns to Chloris.
It's not as awful as you make it seem.
it's terrible.
Fine. I'll go. But if someone touches me, when someone touches me, please show some
all-
restraint. No.
All we need you for, Vaxilum, is recon. Just get what information you can. You don't have to be touched by anyone. Is that your concern?
I know I don't have
there's
to be
worse
touched by
things.
anyone, but there's something that's going to touch me.
Does this happen
Um,
often? Do people touch you a lot?
No, it's the Feywild, Floridas. Everyone's very touchy.
I'm Marzina.
I'm going to the Feywild.
I know you
Alright,
can
Jackson
track
Vaxilin gets up.
before he goes, I want to send a something.
I'm so sorry, Dasha.
I want to ask Cove to give me a something. Let me know. Okay. Hey, Mello, sending a guy. We are accepting the mission, but doing some recon first.
Let me see if it makes it through.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
Fine. Do as you will.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you,
Make sure you
Vax.
say hi to Danvag for us.
Actually, can you give Dan Bag a hug for me? No is an acceptable answer.
You're asking Vaxilin to give Danvag a hug.
I'm not gonna help you on that one. You're on your own.
You kind of asked, Marzina. I feel a bit offended here. I did hug
Flores,
them back.
there was a lot going on. We need to have a talk, by the way, later. Things have occurred.
Do
Paxton?
I? Oh, go ahead.
Please, can you give Dan Bag
Bye.
a hug for me?
No, I'm leaving.
Okay,
Okay, I
bye.
have something in my and I will tell Xerix if I know this. In the Feywild, is there anything that like makes Faye not want to go near you? Not like keep hostile away, but like if you smell like this guy doesn't want to touch
Bolt
you.
and
Protection against evil and good.
Protection against evil and good.
That
and
spell. Iron? I think it's a type of metal. Is it iron?
It's iron.
salt and iron. Sometimes it's silver, but it's typically like salt
Iron.
iron. Because it's a dirty metal.
I like that. Salt and iron. I like that.
Then I'll tell him if you rub some salt and iron against your clothes, they won't want to touch you.
I think like in terms of myth, salt, it's like iron, like
Yep.
the smell of it even is like it's because it's a dirty metal.
It's also meant to kill.
Thanks
Alright.
for the advice. Bye.
Be safe.
Thanks for doing this, Gizmo.
Shut up. Zaxxon makes his way. He's going to the Feywild to do recon.
I like him. He's fun.
Rather.
Artigan pipes up. All right, then I will send you all to the City of Glass, deep in the Plane of Water. Are you all ready to leave now, or is there something else you need done?
I have a really dumb question. I know I'm fine because like water tenacity stuff, but like, is the water plane covered in water? Are they going to be able to breathe and stuff?
It is covered in predominantly water, but the City of Glass is covered in a dome, aptly given its name. There are many mortals that live, prime material creatures that live within that city as well.
Just wanna make
Already
sure.
casting through the water, just in case.
Okay. Going once before we get to the Plane of Water.
I'll activate my cap of water breathing.
Okay.
The one I gave you.
That Cloris gave me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we switch spells?
Yes, absolutely. This is all over like multiple
Long
days, so you can
rest.
please
Yay.
long rest, do whatever you guys want to do with your character sheets.
AJ, I know I mentioned it in downtime, but we never got back to it. Could I just buy the spell components I miss and just
Yeah,
subtract
For
the
sure,
cost?
for sure.
Have we had any
Alright.
money recently?
If you check the resource list, I add them
moment.
as the
Our party fund is just short of 50k.
Okay, I'm gonna be DMing Bren about subtracting items for.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's gonna be probably tomorrow because I'm sleepy
Oh.
today.
for sure, for
Lovely.
sure. Well, as water swirls around you through the plane shift, taking on a form of the plane that it's going to, you arrive in the City of Glass.
Wow.
It is a beautiful, large city, and you are indeed encased in a large dome of glass. There are aquatic life swimming all the way around you, and it doesn't take long for you to realize that you are actually in a crater underneath the water, so deep that sunlight doesn't even come down here. The light responsible is from the spire in the center of the city, marked on your maps here. There's a massive, almost like a lighthouse beacon that swirls around light. It dims and brightens depending on the time of day and the surface world above that is rarely traversed. The depths of the ocean on the material plane is essentially the surface on the elemental plane of water. Whereas there are horrors of the deep in our world, the creatures that roam about on the surface in this elemental plane of water are just as to be feared.
It's reversed. The scary things live up.
Exactly.
AJ, I have a question. So,
Yeah.
what would occur if one were to, like, I don't know, cast Water Walk?
Waterwalk, I believe, shoots you up at 60 feet.
Yes.
You're like miles down below. You'd probably go through all of your spell slots and drown before you got to the top.
What if you have a ring of water walking?
Take it off.
I think you'd still drown. But yeah, probably take the ring off.
What if you're a water genasi and can breathe water?
You can breathe water. It's probably going to take you like a day to get
We'll
up there.
never find you again.
They'll never find you again, for
The
sure.
monsters will
You'll
find
just
you
be...
when you're dead.
And if like a shark, like a megalodon doesn't eat you first, you'll probably get killed.
Omega.
There's
And
like-
you see them.
there's
You
like
see
50
large.
kraken.
You see like how gigantism at the bottom of the sea is a very real thing. You see it here. Tuna the size of a house on the plain swim around the glass city. Small goldfish the size of a person swim around. You guys are transported here in the center market, right in front of the spire. There are people shuffling about throughout you all. You come into reality and people look at you without a notice of confusion. You're bumped into by this Mareed, this genie, this water genie, carrying like a rickshaw wagon with a orc and this water elemental dressed in satin, its head just floating water with two small spaces for eyes that are completely see-through. It sees the back of the rickshaw as they're sitting there Somehow there's a pipe in its mouth, but the smoke just billows in water and then dissipates as it smokes it. As the genie, hey, watch where you're going here while I'm fucking moving a rickshaw! Move, fucking tourists! As they
I love it
fucking
here.
move past you, there's
Of course
a
you do.
wide variety of levels to this city. The spire itself is on neutral level. The area that you're sitting on, this whole general area here, is depressed. It's lower. And then on the other side of the city, it gets higher. The city is more up and down than it is wide. It's at this unique diagonal shape, and you can swear that this building over here moves up and down. It's like those weird, like, visual illusions where, okay, is it moving up or is it what is happening here? You are all instructed. I have Artigan plane shifts with you all. Right, well, I will make myself scarce.
Thanks, Artigan.
I have some other business to do here. Some things that I think I can get some materials, some components to help me further my research. Undyne should be in the spire. She knows that we all are coming.
Thank you for your
Shoot
help.
me he looks to you, Cove, shoot me a quick sending, and I'll make sure we're ready to leave whenever.
Of course.
You see he waits a
Drag.
bit, a Mareed pulls up with a rickshaw, he sits in. Good luck. As the rickshaw wagon moves outward.
Does this mean I need to have sending prepared? If like that's the idea.
I have sent them
Probably.
always
Yeah, Marcina
prepared.
has it.
Oh, you have it always prepared. Perfect.
Do you
This
guys go
place
straight
is
to the
so
spire?
cool.
I'll go over a couple things that you see just as you're in this marketplace. You see this one large inn. It's almost like a hotel. It's very tall up, and you see in. Does anyone speak Aquan or Primordial?
Primordial and
Perfect.
deep speech.
Perfect. If you speak Primordial, then you should know the script of Aquan. It's the Siren Song in, and you hear it first. It almost lulls you to it, and then the singing gets a bit quieter, as there are true sirens in there that sing and perform shows as you walk on by.
This is that place
There's
Orpheus
this-
was talking about.
We should go.
No,
We should go.
This is an actual Siren Song in, not a euphemism or an innuendo.
Marcina is like taking Leica and just like, cause Leica eats memories, so she's just using Leica as like a little Polaroid camera.
Don't leave that thing around.
Slimy little creature. You see that there is this kind of over here. There's this massive attraction. It's this lagoon, this deep lagoon made of almost tar-like water. It's thicker. It's like mud. You see a couple of different shops on there, as well as portals opening. Ships making their way in to the docks on the lagoon and the portal closing behind them. Small ships. This looks to be like a extra-dimensional traversal way of some sort here in the City of Glass. And a myriad of different other wondrous shops and establishments along the way. You see many mortals here, humans, elves, sea elves, but not just sea elves, and every type of creature under the sun is here. There's even the odd air elemental, and really sticking out like a sore thumb, the odd fire elemental here, all dressed looking like they're here doing business. Similar, not unlike the city of Brass and the Fire Plane. Where do you all go? Or is there anything you look for?
We go to the marketplace.
That's where you're at.
Can I look for anything interesting? Is there anything?
What are you looking for? There are many interesting things. Like if you're looking for a magic item, there are a couple of like uncommon rare magic items for sale. But mainly it's like water plane trinkets. There are a couple of potions of water breathing, rings of water breathing, anything that you can think that can help you exist underwater for mortals is here. They're pretty much sold at a high demand. But is there anything, if you're looking for anything in particular, you can DM me.
Is
was
there a
No,
tuning
Is
fork
there?
to the water plane?
Artigan,
That was-
Artigan is going to give you a tuning fork after that.
Okay.
He'll give you a tuning fork to. That's what he was working on for 3 months, giving you tuning forks to get here after the fact.
I was wondering if there was any healing potions there.
I'm gonna say, and this is a weird call for me, because typically I give out healing potions like candy. I'm gonna say no, and the fact is there's no combat here.
Okay.
No one needs a healing potion because no one leaves the City of Glass. If you're leaving, you're probably getting it where your destination is. It's essentially the whole city is a marketplace and a place of, like, home.
Can I give some odd souvenirs?
For sure, absolutely.
Or for
Yes, Mark.
Yuri's bar?
More
That will
decorations for
be-
Yuri's board
Yes,
from the water
that will
plane,
hate.
for sure. Yes,
Uh,
Bartholomew.
It was supposed to be a subtle theme.
Just
Nah.
under the sea.
So we're allowed right now. We can just walk around.
You can, yeah.
Should we hurry to meet with Undyne, or should we get the lay of the land first? I
I
kind of
think
want to
lay
look
of the
around and see,
land.
like, is anything coming in to the dome? Is there anywhere that seems like something is coming in there?
Dome is airtight shut.
Who's around
Shut.
us?
Animals, like, what do you mean, like in the dome or?
No, I mean, like, if we're on the street, are there other people around?
Absolutely, it's a bustling marketplace. It's like 8th Avenue in the summer in New York City.
Can I go and just buy some food real fast? Like, I want to just because we're here, but also, like, for another reason.
Yeah,
I want to talk
absolutely.
to the person that's in the, like, the shopkeeper, and or the person I'm buying this from. Can I ask you something? Is it all right?
yeah. You go to this tavern, the Trident's Edge Tavern. You order what is like a calamari, not really fried calamari. It's like this octopus dish. And as it's being prepared, it comes out to you as you ask this question. Some of the tentacles are steamed and they're hanging outwards. It's like a chowder, and as you're eating it to your right, you just see this creature with a tentacle face looking at you.
I'm so sorry. All right. He'll just push that away.
This illithid leans over. Are you gonna eat that?
Oh, by all means, help yourself. And he just pushes it over too. Definitely take one of the pieces of the octopus before he pushes it over though.
It's chewy. It's
Yeah.
gamey. Who's in here with Bartholdi?
Probably me.
Imagine
I
we're
feel like
all
if
there
Oga's, like,
loitering
cool.
in some regard.
Cool. I assume you all are scattered throughout the tables as this individual, looks like a humanoid fish is the best way I can describe it, but she has a human face. She has gills on her neck. Not like the pretty, like, anime-ass gills, like the actual, like, tuna red gills that you can see the skin open and, like, flutter underneath as she breathes in. But she is beautiful. She has long green hair. Sorry, I know. I saw a
Not
video on
you,
TikTok
Dasha.
of a tuna. Oh. She has long green hair that extends back, and instead where her ears are, there look to be like fins sticking out that open and close. As she looks forward, yes, what is your question? Bartholdi.
Where do you... This is gonna be kind of silly. I'm from out of town. Where do you get your exports? Like, products and stuff. Where does it come from?
There are fishers in a way. They head out, they take these portals, and she gestures to one of the windows that look over the lagoon. This shoots them to a safe location closer to the surface where they can fish some smaller game and return that. It's a unique thing, underwater fishing. I know it's different from you material planers, yes?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't want to seem rude or anything like that. I was just curious.
It's not impossible to be rude.
Thank you for your time. And then just kind of keep eating this ridiculous thing that he's eating.
Yeah.
Huh. Seems like or I'll just like find everybody else. Seems like there's a way to travel to like the top side of the water plane through portals. That's how they get all their extra stuff. That's how they fish. That's how they eat. I was just wondering. I mean, if we're in a big bubble, like, how do you eat? Like, if no one ever leaves, how does anything ever come in? You know what I mean?
I'm sure that
Well, we see big photos on the board. Now, I hate to rush everybody, but we are on the timeline.
Alright, let's go see Updone.
As you're all getting out,
Anyone else
Yuri,
wants to do
you
something?
feel a rough grab on your collar.
Oh, I fucking.
Someone grabs you, slams you against the wall, and you're looking into this face. The eyes are a mix of confusion and fury as the sea elf man is looking at you. What's your name? Your name,
no,
bud!
No, you're dead.
You're dead.
I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Yeah, it goes through. He sees you to calm emotions.
No, you're dead. You're dead.
Slaps you in the
You're
face
all-
like a solid slap as you.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, that's familiar.
What the fuck is this? Narita, are you pulling a prank on me? You see the merfolk woman that was behind the bar. She is confused. There's a silence in the Trident's Edge Tavern.
No, it's okay. Stranger things have happened. It's fine. Fine. Good to see you.
The face
Oh,
is just
wow.
in shock. Like it's just full shock. He
This isn't the first
turns to
time.
the right, just kind of sidestepping, and walks out the door.
I'll follow.
You see the woman just, as there's a whole stunned silence in the tavern. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you all to leave.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Understandable.
I'm following.
Give me
Slowly
a
walks out.
perception check, everybody.
Not perceptive. I'm perceptive.
Don't worry, that's why he said everybody.
I'm not perceptive.
Haha, take that.
I rolled a 3. I'm surprised there's an oath in here.
Oof.
Wait, did it roll for me? I don't think it did.
I got a 20, unnatural.
20. Marzina, you hear the merfolk woman. Nida, go get your father. As this little girl, this water genasi, quickly makes her way out of the tavern, following the sea elf.
Yeah, I'll like pull Yuri's sleeve and just be like,
No, I'm
following.
I'm following the sea elf.
Yeah, okay.
He's on a mission. He's just walking, like just huffing off, and without really a destination in mind. Yuri, you're level 16. You're pretty quick to keep up. Stop following me.
I'm not doing that. No, you're. I don't remember you being the type to walk away from your problems.
He stops moving for a second. Eventually, this water genasi girl comes up. She grabs on his shirt, cuff. Papa, Mama says you gotta come back. He picks her up. She's about like 3'4" as he wraps her in one arm. You're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here.
Why
What?
not?
is no more likely than me.
Maybe. He sets her down. Tell your mother I'm fine. I have some business to take care of. And what's this? As he points to the rest of the party.
Friends of Yuri's.
Diplomatic envoy, I guess.
Yep.
Marzina, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Bartholdi, nice to meet you, sir.
Miss Course.
Hurt?
Discovery.
I don't care. That's not what I'm asking. Your fucking names. Who are these people? Who are you?
Friends. We're here to talk to Undyne. On behalf of the Emperor and others.
So you went back.
Eventually.
Who for you?
Mark went back. Lily of Mars. Go now, I guess.
I guess.
Is he a part of your crew, Yuri?
Oh, yeah, this is Captain Bragan.
Captain?
I'm not a captain anymore.
This is Dane Bragan. In that case.
I see. Do you need a moment alone? We can take a step back.
That's up to him. What's yours?
Listen, I got work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me, Yuri doesn't talk about his past that much. You were in a shipwreck? What's...
I wasn't in a shipwreck. We were attacked.
Right. Now you're here?
Now I'm here.
Like, doing well for yourself. It's good. Okay, we won't take up any more of your time, I guess.
He just... I'll say on a passive insight of anyone who has 11 or higher. It's a weird mix of emotions, predominantly like shock. It's like I don't know how to process what's happening. So my body and mind reverts to the first thing, which is anger. So I don't know what to do. I want to get out of the situation immediately. And he just makes his way back. You spot him through the Coral Marketplace as eventually he makes his way to the Trident's Edge Tavern. Gives one last look, shakes his head slightly, and enters on in.
You really know people everywhere.
That's not my plan. I don't choose that. Not in this case, at least. He's supposed to be dead, with everyone else that was aboard that ship. So,
I mean, if he's alive, who knows how many of your crew survived? At this point, they're popping up.
maybe. I mean, right now it's me and then the first mate quartermaster, Mock. I've seen him up until 10 minutes ago. I thought that was it.
Wonder how he got here. Until recently, planar travel was very difficult.
Well, told you about
Was-
that storm. Maybe it was a little bit more weird.
I was gonna say, didn't we find out information that whatever attacked you was connected to this plane somehow? I mean, Undyne seems to be where we
I
were pointed to
think.
ask about it.
Hopefully, she'll have some answers.
Right. We're on a schedule. Right.
He didn't seem to have many answers.
No. No, he didn't.
Maybe give him a bit to calm down. Maybe see how he is on the way back.
It's fine. It's fine. It is a little bit funny how us sailor types kind of just open bars everywhere we go, though. That's kind of amusing, but. What the hell? Mine's better.
Can I make some sort of check to see if I can tell whose bar is actually better?
You've seen yours bar, you've seen that bar. Yours bar, he's put adventurer's money into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Okay.
a good bar.
Okay. I don't know.
As
Do I have to
you
roll to
all
see who's
go,
better?
as you all go, if you want to roll, I'm not gonna stop you, bro. I'll roll the d20. You roll the d20. Just fucking, if you want to get some, if that make you feel good, bro. Beat a 1. Yours is better. Okay.
But don't roll one. Don't roll
Don't
one.
roll-
Okay.
Hey, okay. Now, definitively, without a doubt, Yuri's bar is better.
A whole
There we
13
go.
times better.
13. All right. As you all make your way to the spire, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do, most of you are a bit shaken, particularly Yuri, with the meeting of what seems to be a ghost on both ends. Yuri, you, the last person you expect to find here. Conversely, the same for that man. But nonetheless, you all approach the spire. As you approach, there are a set of warriors, guards, at the flanking the small entrance into the spire. They're 2 tritons. As they're standing there, they extend their tridents, crossing the door. Who goes there?
The Luminous Guardians.
Sent by the Emperor.
The tridents close. As the doors, they open it for you and you enter in. The spire, as you enter in, is a big building, but it is mainly high. There's immediately a staircase that swirls up and up and up and up. But you also see in the center of the spire this large tube of water. It extends slightly through magical means, allowing some creatures. You see one Mareed enters in, and they swim rapidly upwards, up to the tallest peak of the spire. There's a small little desk here as this Illithid is sitting there. She's reading a book as she looks up. Luminous Guardians, to see the first Queen Undyne. Head to the tallest floor in the tower. She awaits you there.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name?
She goes back to her book.
Love her.
Flips it.
Let's go.
Alright, let's go.
Room secretary.
We're here for it.
She's also an elephant.
Climbing the tower is an ordeal of itself. Going up and up and up and up until eventually you do make your way to the top of the spire. Another set of guards, different races here, as they open the gates, and you see sitting on a throne of a similar size of Valfumenos is this woman whose skin is not still. But there's still a form to it. The lines of her face can be seen. The facial features, her nose, it's humanoid-esque, but she's a massive creature dressed in what looks to be Grecian-esque clothing. She's entirely encompassed of water. Like, her whole form is fluid, as she sits on this massive coral throne.
Big bow.
That is not necessary. I have been awaiting you all.
Apologies for the delay.
It is I who must offer my apologies, for I cannot help you in your request for aid. You have the hospitality of the City of Glass while you are here as my guests, but I cannot help you in your fight.
Can I make an insight check of like, is it because she doesn't want to, or is it because for some reason she can't?
Yeah, give me an insight check. It's hard to divine what someone's intentions are off of that interaction. Yeah, it's hard to divine that.
The dice was almost on the 19, by the way. It was almost.
If we may, what is it that prevents your aid? You seem apologetic as you know our plight and you know its severity and intensity. May I ask what it is that prevents you from such a cause?
This city, I cannot leave it. I cannot bestow my essence unto you all. For if I leave this city, then it is left defenseless. Now we'll get an insight check from the entire party.
I think I know what this is about.
Oh no, Miss Insight is gone.
I rolled worse. How did I roll worse?
God.
Dasha, come back, roll insight.
I know, right?
Somebody roll with a plus 20.
Oh my god. Dasha, please!
This is way for.
Come on!
Not one. 16 Chlor's.
She still rolled the highest.
Still roll. I know. Well, Chlor's tied it with an actual roll. 16. It's hard, man. It's hard.
From what Cove remembers, like how the Fire Lord had a second in command. We know that the first queen has a second in command, and she's currently like locked away by whatever's going on with Yuri.
Good brain, Cove.
Is the reason for this is because the one that would take up the mantle of protection is currently in distress.
An astute observation. I see you all are worthy to wield the armaments in your possession. I have no reason to deny your might, but without the Oracle of Oceanus, it falls unto me to protect this city from those that would harm it.
I would like for you to understand that. Oh, sorry.
Yes, my sister.
She's been in my head for a year.
She looks confused, like, your sister has been in my head for a year. Huh?
I'm equally confused. Infrequent every few weeks, month in between, maybe. Odd dreams of a Auckland individual chained in some cavern, kept there against their will by some entity of black ink-like tendrils and many eyes.
He's visibly like, oh shit. And you all catch like, oh, this is information I didn't know before. Every head, like all of her attendees, turn to her. She turns to them.
I've never told anyone in the party about these ever.
Yeah.
Cole is looking at you,
Every
like,
head
almost
just turns to her.
I think-
and she turns back.
All of us are looking at Yuri. Like.
Yes. The Oracle has been absent from the City of Glass for a while now. Despite our best attempts to find her, we have no leads. Powerful wards keep our divination away. This creature, tell me all you know.
It's been a bit since the last time I had one of these dreams, but I was touched, perhaps, by something that we refer to as the Cascading Maelstrom.
Bellis, yes.
Is that its name?
That is another title my sister has.
This storm in the material plane, it struck the vessel I traveled on. I spent a long time fighting to survive within the storm. I emerged changed, and I will just do like a little shape water, control water.
Yes.
And I began having dreams months after. Woman chained in dark cavern against rock. This figure with 6 golden eyes.
May I see you and look upon you for a moment, if I may?
Let's take like a solid step forward.
She extends a hand out to you, a large hand that shrinks. It's a weird thing seeing like this tiny hand coming from this massive arm, but it's like a small river appears. Her arm extends, it swirls and goes down into a small hand that's holding outstretched for you, Yuri, almost asking you to put your hand in hers.
Yeah. Something about a seal. Suppose you'll see.
You all watch as there's a small light in Yuri's chest. You feel a pressure, as if you've been stabbed, Yuri, and you know what it feels like to get the blade pulled out. It's like that, but it's not a sharp pain. It's a cool, like an icy hot sensation. As this little droplet of water extends out from your chest. And it's floated suspended in her hand. She placed herself in you. A small portion. A fascinating strategy. Yuri, it's weird seeing this thing. You innately feel no magic in you. You try to do a little spark and nothing. She puts it back. That is not mine to claim. This changes things. The place you describe, a place of sinister depths. A portion of this realm bled with another. We have called it the Netherdeep, a realm of oceanic chaos. It is a misnomer, for they do not lie below, but they remain shackled above. The Deep Wardens, otherworldly creatures that lurk in the black waves and plot their freedom in the coves of this world. My sister and I had faced them eons ago, in battle for rule over this realm. We had defeated many of them and lost many of our own. When it was just my sister remaining, there were only 4 of them, too powerful to extinguish, so we had them bound to the corners of this realm, scattering them and sending the keys of their release across the cosmos. It seems through some means their influence can be felt again. She extends multiple motes of water, spheres that globulate and extend, stretch and expand to create these avatars. They all form to create this massive creature floating in the air above you. It's this crabbish creature, 2 large crab pincers, a muscular body with a hard shell. Even in the water, you can tell that it's a hard shell. We're not playing poker, Marzina.
Not the time.
Sorry, I like crashed into my laptop. Sorry.
Stromocratus, the Titanic carapace. She waves a hand as the water shifts again, creating what looks to be this massive oval-shaped creature, the head of a creature, 2 small eyes, 1 long tentacle for its face, and then smaller tentacles extending out that look to be like burning rope, but they're glowing with slight light. Magrethsar, the Dawn Kraken. As it shakes again, this massive serpentine creature, this large, almost Ouroboros creature that chases its tail, this sea serpent. Garnathoa, the Fallen Daughter. And then once again the water shapes to be this serpentine creature, 2 wings and 3 heads. The heads all looking at you. And your Sharma, the false god. These 4 wardens.
Yeah, Yuri's staring at the last one. I think.
If you have seen this creature in visions, that it may be the work of my sister speaking through you.
Six eyes, 3 heads. It was quite specific. What do you need us to do? No, what do you need help with?
I understand your plight is a significant one. My people and I wish to help, but we cannot as long as the Oracle is not within our glass walls. If you can find her and return her to us, then we can aid in your cause.
Is the Oracle going to give us any information on them?
It's her sister.
Oh.
It's
Sister
Bellis.
of Undyne.
And her sister, and she's also the second in command.
The woman
And-
that I've been having dreams of for the last year, while she was getting tortured.
It's another primordial titan.
Whatever you're into,
Yeah,
but
and
it's
it
the
seems
first that
like,
any of you are hearing about his dreams ever, because I don't talk about them.
and you weren't here for this, but she cannot help us because without her second in command, she can't leave her city undefended from the horrors that live in the water.
Or
Understand that for what we need to do, your plane's help is we desperately need your plane's help, so we are happy to. And also, it seems one of our friends has a connection that, yeah, we should work with that. So we're happy to help in any way that we can.
Do you know where this creature is sealed?
We can find out. We banish the wardens to the four corners of this realm, different portions of the Netherdeep. Norsharma's domain can be found, now that we know that is where the Oracle lies. And Yuri's gone. Is
What?
Bren frozen for anyone else?
Yep.
Oh, I thought
Yep.
you were
Yeah.
like, no,
No,
Yuri's
sorry.
dead now.
Yeah.
Mid conversation.
And it just freezes him. Do you want? It's his arc. I feel like we should wait a minute.
Fair.
I think Dasha caught this. We recognize some of the names there, right? Not us in character, but out of character.
Daddy McGrethosaur, Danny's not in the call chat for the, like... Okay, AJ's being such, like, AJ, I love you, and I'm sorry, medical. You're being such a little shit with, like, Wednesday, it's like, oh, BTW, Svaro's tower shit. Oh, Friday, here's McGrethosaur, and I, like, come in super late, and so I just, like, he's like, okay, God, gotta rewatch the re-recording so I can take that note down, because I don't know where my book is. McGrethosaur?
Quick.
I'm so tempted to just send Daddy. Hey, we heard about your sea daddy.
We'll definitely do our best to return your sister to you. You have our word on that.
Thank you. Should you return the Oracle, then I see no reason why I cannot pledge myself to your cause.
And we will still be in your debt.
It is I who will be in your debt.
While you are searching, we are not as adept as your resources may be in your sphere. Perhaps there's some training we can undergo or something, so we could maybe bridge that gap a little if we're going to be... Respectfully, I can't breathe water. I will die. You know what I mean?
My apologies if I was not clear. The Netherdeep is a land above the surface.
Oh. Well, that makes sense because of the reverse... Oh. Now I understand what that guy was talking about, underwater fishing underwater. Now it makes sense.
Is it to be assumed that the
I'll do a quick recap as Bren is getting back up. The water plane is the elemental plane of water. Every creature exists in small cities like this across the plane. Now, as I mentioned earlier, just as we on the material plane have deep creatures below, there are creatures above. The Netherdeep is a misnomer. The Netherdeep is actually the surface realm of the water plane. It's breathable air. It's air that most creatures down here don't breathe.
Gotcha. So we actually are more capable. That would make sense why you would have so much trouble finding her somewhere you can't go.
Yuri, do you think that if you got close, you'd be able to sense where she is?
You haven't told us anything about these dreams so far. No big deal, but
No.
Chloris is really good at dream stuff.
that's a fact. But also, if you tried to will the dream to happen, do you think you could make it happen?
I don't think it was that simple. I don't know.
Well, I can always piggyback into your dream,
We know you're gonna love that.
but I don't
No.
think you would appreciate me. Back
No,
Not
it's-
Danny hopping in.
It's,
Nothing happened at all.
I don't know. The last time, it's been months. It's been a month and a half, 2 months since I had one of these dreams. I don't know. Dude, it's nothing so precise as look for this landmark. Go here. Here's a dark cave with a woman being tortured on a rock. That's that's it.
AJ, do we have her name? Like the Oracle, but like, do we have her
Bellis.
Bellis.
Bellis. B-E-L-E-S.
AKA the cascading maelstrom that fucked up my
Yep.
life.
name? I can't do it right now, but tomorrow I could cast Legend Lore and maybe like find out where she is currently, or
Legend lore, that's a reach for legend lore, because legend lore tells you what she is, but you know what she is. Like, finding where she is, they know she's in your Sharma's domain.
actually, okay,
Find the path.
Legend Lore. Oh wait, that's locate creatures. Sorry,
We know
wrong
where.
one.
We know where
They can
it
find
is.
her. Like, they can find her. Like, they can find your Sharma's domain. Even
We know where
Undyne
to
said it's
go.
not too
We know where
hard to
to go.
find it.
We just
Okay.
need
How
to
long-
find him.
How long do you think it would take to pin down a location?
I can send my best searchers a few rotations. If that.
I am very adept at recalling landmarks. Is there perchance a map of some sort we could acquire?
We don't keep maps of the Netherdeep here. They're forbidden realms. Realms we are not permitted to traverse. Even me, I do not relish staking above the surface.
Seems like
You
a
may
lot.
have quarters here to rest. You may have resources that you may request of me if you should agree to find my sister.
Of course. Of course.
That's what we're here for.
Of course.
The warrior who has the spark of Bellis, please remain. The rest of you are permitted to go if you should so choose.
I'm living.
I'm gonna look at Yuri as if like only if you're alright with it.
I'm fine. I'm not, but you can go.
Alright.
Appreciate the honesty. We'll come.
As the rest of you leave,
Yeah, we'll
go
just
ahead.
wait. We'll just wait downstairs for you or whatever.
Mm-hmm. As the rest of you leave, you're in here with Undyne and her council. As the first queen of the Plane of Water, you have my apologies. My sister's battle is a torrential one. I am sure she did not mean to get you involved. This is not the first that I've heard of their battle extending onto the prime material plane. I extend you the same grace that I have to all of those that fall in defense of this city. You may be welcomed here as a citizen of the City of Glass, should you choose. I only hope it's enough to compensate for what you have lost?
Well, the storms that manifest on the material plane are aftershocks of her tangling with deep wardens.
Yes. Whenever the chains on a warden gets loose, it is the Oracle of Oceanus who is beckoned to defend the city. Defend this realm from their rampage and ensure that they remain sealed.
Happened a long time ago. I would adapt. Your offer, though welcome, does speak to your own character, so thank you for it. But I would not accept, I'm afraid.
This is your right.
Spent a long time trying to keep my head above water. I can't exactly live under it.
Yes. Well, if you should need anything, you carry a spark of my sister within you. Please wield it well. She leans back in her coral throne, just kind of letting that stand.
Just turn and rejoin the others.
What are you guys doing as you stand here, making your way back down the spire and back outside into the coral marketplace?
I can't believe he didn't tell us.
Really?
I can.
I can definitely believe that. It's not a surprise at all.
Yeah, it's a very eerie thing to do.
You know, we just met his captain, and I couldn't help but think, so this is where Yuri learned to be so evasive.
Cap,
I mean,
Man, I want to argue with you, but you're also right.
It was,
Guess I'm-
pretty shots fired. Either way, we know now. What else did Undyne have to say?
She offered citizenship.
Well,
Wait,
I mean,
to-
it's a token of
to
something.
you or to everyone?
Yeah, to me.
Don't get your hopes
Okay.
up so high. Calm down.
I just think it's a really cool place to be. And
I'm the one whose
Marzina-
life got fucked up.
Marzina, I'm sure that if we are successfully returning Undyne's sister to her, she would happily grant you citizenship to the water plane if you
You
want
have a
that.
tuning for it. You can come here whenever you want.
like, I don't know, there's laws and stuff. I just feel like it'd be hard to live as a
Speaking of
tourist.
laws, you see Laika on the head of another creature, just like absorbing its memories as they're just walking. You pull it with a. As they look at you, the creature's just trying to like edge forward to their brain. The guard just kind of shakes their head and moves forward.
I think it
I
means
forgot you had a baby aboleth. God damn it.
her name is Laka.
And you
That
like
would
a
be
letter
I don't know.
off again.
Listen, who am I to dictate where she roams?
I highly doubt they take kindly to those things in this place.
Okay, like Martina's like
Specifically.
fucking
I'm
like
just
the
gonna use-
baby aboleth in her shirt. It's like, it's okay, we can keep it hidden.
Specifically. Like, we're probably gonna go fight that thing's granddad or something stupid.
Probably get like a pet sitter. Shit.
I want to go
No
look
one's gonna
for
fit that.
water breathing anything, because just in case. I know we're going on land. I don't trust shit.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna just summon my familiar who's full monkey form, and it's like, remember when I had you pet sit? And he just looks at the little no? I had pet sit.
The
Okay.
monkey just keeps shaking his head.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Friends.
Nah, he doesn't want nothing to do with that. Nope.
Okay, okay. Listen, like
We
I
don't want
said,
nothing to do with that.
The aboleth
Hey!
sticks its head out of Marzita's shirt. The monkey screeches and points, goes around your head and just fucking bats at it as the aboleth tries to move forward. Marzita, you have to hold it back.
I'm just like covering Leica's ear at Yuri's comment, be like, I don't think Leica has ears, but like, don't say that about her.
Understood. You can go off now. I just wave my hand and the angry monkey vanishes.
What do you guys do?
Anyway,
No, they offered me citizenship. I said no. I don't want it.
Oh. Did
so
did they say you had to move here if you had the citizenship? I mean, you could open a new bar location or something.
Oh,
Fuck
that
that,
would
I'm busy enough. No,
Fair enough.
no.
I mean,
Fair
hey,
enough.
it's your.
I spent an inordinate amount of time kicking to keep my head above water. The last thing I want to do is live in it.
well,
That makes sense to me.
At least eventually bring Orpheus to the siren thing.
No, I mean, I'm happy to help and get this thing figured out. I didn't love it whenever she pulled that thing out of my chest. That sucked.
There was a thing in your chest?
But oh no, they put it back.
Yeah,
But-
she pulled the spark out of the thing that
They
gives
took
Yuri
my
his sorcerer
my
powers.
sorcerer origin out of my chest.
She put it back in.
It's apparently a piece of the person we're sent to rescue.
But-
It's a literal piece of her, and that's why you can do magic.
But-
That's
AJ?
what you do.
I have a question. This is something I totally forgot to do. If like we know it's totally an acceptable answer, but after the whole thing with like on the boat with Yuri's ex that isn't an ex, but kind of an ex, can I just like, cast a greater restoration or say I casted one just to see like just in case?
Yeah.
I assume nothing happened, but that's just a thing
Yeah.
I want to do because
Just
she
to
did some
give
weird
yourself peace
voodoo
of mind?
magic.
Sure. No, he's good.
No,
He good.
I mean, I get where Undyne's coming from. The giant storm that kills damn near everybody it hits turns out to just be an aftershock from her battles here in the water plane. Kind of, a paltry thing to say, hey, I'm sorry, everyone you knew died, but hey, you can live here, we'll let you live here. That's...
Maybe that's how your previous captain arrived here, is that he just got here and then...
I imagine so.
I mean, it's a nice place, very safe. But besides that,
I wouldn't say that it's safe. If it depends on one person being here at all times for it to not implode.
that's a good point. But are you up for this? Because there is a chance that when you save her, you're gonna feel some of those effects. Do I know any knowledge of like what happens when a sorcerer like meets the source of their power, like meets their bloodline?
It's so different across this, like so hard to pinpoint because there are so many different sorceress origins. Like draconic origin, like you meet your dragon, okay, cool, you met like an ancestor from thousands of years ago, nothing happens. Sorcerer of the Deep, you pull the tadpole that's affecting your brain, yeah, that probably stops it. But you know what I mean? Like it's so hard to tell. There's so many different wild magic. How the fuck does that work? You know what I mean? It's sorcerers are innate a thing in you. It's a piece of you.
Yeah.
Which is why it sucked to have that, pulled out of my sternum. So,
Well, it might aid in locating her. And this does sound like it's gonna be a fight where we need to grab her and go, not stay in the fight.
I'm not too keen on fighting fucking Ghidorah, yeah.
Yeah, essentially they're the world serpent.
It'll take time. It'll take time. It's fine. We can sleep on it. They gave us rooms. It's fine.
All right, we say
No,
I
Karina's not going. Or Chloris is not going in my dreams at night. No, I'm not about that. Thank you, though.
I
Well-
had no intention of going into the dream, but
No, you just said it, so I feel like I need to put it out there just to dissuade anything. That's all.
I don't think I've ever been told that you can do that. It's like, I'm sorry,
I
what?
I also will say that you will have to be mostly willing in order to do that. So
well,
Fine.
besides knowing that disturbing fact, that's something you can do.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So what the plan is? We wait until they can locate the creature, and then we go. They said it might take a few cycles, just a few days. Do we think we have the time to deal with the Feywild situation, and then come back?
I don't think
Mm.
so.
I think we wait here so we're ready to go once they figure it out.
Okay, well, we should at least let Ortegan know what the plan is. That at least we've locked down the deal. We just need to do a task first.
Yeah, sure. Keep him in the loop.
Okay. I assume one of you send to Artigan. You regroup at some establishment, whether it's an inn, a tavern, wherever here in the City of Glass. As you relay the information to him, he thinks for a moment, sits back in his chair, gives a slight nod to himself. Right. Well, that's worrying and concerning to say the least. I'll leave it up to you all. I think that one of us, if not all of us, should check on Vaxlim and see how his progress is doing. I can arrange to meet with him and bring him back to Zargos. Yes,
I
Chloris.
can meet him. I can meet him. I guess. I really hate water plane.
Do you want a buddy to go with, or?
Oh, that's fine. I can walk myself out here.
Is there any trees in this water city?
I have plane
Squirrel.
shift. I have plane shift suit.
Oh yeah, yeah, plane shift. Okay.
He's
you're
a
good.
druid.
Would you like me to go with you?
Did you need to stay here with the party? I think that would be wise. Watching out for them.
Thanks for watching out for him.
Don't worry. You would have done the same.
Be careful.
I'll let you know if there is something wrong.
Okay, so Chloris is plane shifting to the Feywild. What are the rest of you guys doing? Are you staying here, going back to Zargos?
I'll go to Zargos because I can come back the next day. Like, if I leave now, I can get the information and just come right back.
Yeah.
Also, on the same token, I'll just tell Chloris, if it's bad, just sending, I can also go to the Feywild, like, just because I've been there. But, I don't know if it's necessary.
If you're going back to Zargos, does that mean, like, I can go with you, and then when we come back... You can
Yeah,
come
you'll be
with
fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. You can come with me.
Yeah, I think we'll go back to helping the wizards. The thing of, like, well, I'm waiting to do my thing. I'll keep helping you guys until I have to do the thing.
Yeah, Artigan produces a tuning fork for the water plane to whoever wants to take it. It's yours. Whoever can cast plane shift. He is going back to Zargos as well.
Marzina wants to stay in the water plane, so she probably shouldn't take the tuning fork.
Cool.
I will take your phone.
Cool.
No, you can
So Marzina, Yuri, and Kurt, you're staying in the water plane. Cove, you're going with Artigan to Zargos, and Bart, you're going with him as well. And then Chloris, you're going to the Feywild to meet up with Vaxlim.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So I'm gonna run the water plane first with you three, Yuri, Kurt, and Marzina. You guys can choose to stay here in the spire, or you can choose to stay somewhere else. Yuri is gone, so I'm going to run something else. Okay. Bartholdi and Discovery. You head back. Artigan meets you at Zargos. What do you two want to do in the city?
I'm just waiting for Vaxxon to come back. Probably should have just went with Chloris, to be honest, but hey, whatever.
I do wizard shit with the two wizards to prepare the spell. So like I'm waiting. I'm gonna be helping you while I wait. So anything to like.
Cool. About the second day, Discovery, you show up and it's just Artigan in the workshop. Tarathiel's not there, as Artigan is petting things down. He sees you. Grab a quill.
Grab a quill.
Take a seat. Can you read these? As he gestures to the entirety of the office.
Well, like considering I helped with them, yes, I can read them.
Can you read it well enough to understand it?
Do I?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Is the fact that I help write them help me at all with this check?
The fact that you can do an Arcana check is because you help them.
No, it was almost a nat 20. It was so close.
It's so difficult to understand this high magic, man. It's just eluding you.
Damn, and there's nothing I can. Wait, can I?
The glasses?
No,
No.
not the glasses. It wouldn't help with this. Can I chronomancy this? Roll again.
You can if
Chronoship?
you'd like.
I'm gonna chronoship.
Okay.
Would a 19 do it?
No, unfortunately. You have a +10 to it, man. DC's gonna be high. This is high magic, man. This is 10th level stuff.
And I can't chronoship again because I've already used my
No.
reaction.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I know it stings. I'm sorry, dude. These Arcana checks. I'm so sorry. I wanted you to get that one too.
Cove looks. Some parts I do, but some parts are just a little out of the way. If I had a little time during the day, I think I could.
We don't have
That-
time. Discovery.
I know.
Each day isn't given. It's earned. Why do you think I asked you to help me learning this?
I thought that any aid, even if it was little, would help move it forward. Maybe there was something you saw, but
Discovery, I'll speak to you plainly. There are greater arcane minds than yours in this world. So I'll ask you again. Why do you think I asked you to help me?
maybe you saw something in me. Maybe it's because I'm going to the fight. I hope it's
No.
because of potential.
No. Your potential is quite lacking, you rudimentary learner at best. I have asked you because you are my student. You have attended the school that I am headmaster of, and so it is my duty to allow you to watch, learn, and progress. Do you understand?
Yes.
You are doing good work. You see he takes out his wand, he looks at it for a bit, and kind of taps it on his hand. And puts it back in the sleeve. I have held a soft spot for you and your friends since you came into my office. I need you to be better. Better not than me, but better than yourself. I need you to continue to watch and learn and progress.
I can do this. I will do this.
Transcribe these once more.
Without hesitation, go transcribe it. As I write it down, I'll make a try and again to this. Like, I want to absorb everything, try to understand as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Absolutely. It's like it's the highest level of magic that you've studied. It's very difficult to grasp. It's very hard to grasp. Moving over to the Feywild. Oh, go ahead, Ko.
Just because I knew I was doing transcriptions today, I'm just gonna cast a spell that gives me like expertise and a skill, so then like I can have expertise
Cool.
in Arcana as I do this.
For sure.
I know it's too late now, but I wouldn't know
Yeah.
when you asked me that.
All right. Moving over to the Feywild. Horus, you head back to the Feywild. I assume you're heading towards that spire of vines and branches. Cloris?
Yeah. Sorry.
I assume you're heading
Yeah.
back to the Feywild to the vine and branch spire.
Yeah.
Cool. As you approach this, kind of on your own journey, you see that the trees and forests get denser and denser and thicker. It's as if the trees don't belong here. Like, they're not summer court trees, they're not spring court or autumn court or winter court trees, they're just
Normal trees?
foreboding willows that are growing in a dense thicket for miles and miles and miles. Eventually, you're able to find Vaxlin based off of a small smoke plume. You see that he's set up a small camp and he's roasting some meat. It smells very familiar, but it's not a familiarity from the Feywild. It's like a smell that you smell a lot when you all are traveling, as you have for years past.
I'm just gonna go. Hey, brother-in-law, you there?
Hello.
I'm sorry. I just testing it up. How goes the mission? What have you learned?
He extends a piece of meat out.
Thanks. I give him some wine. From me.
That's goat.
Alright.
That's goat, Cloris.
I'm going. Oh, you want to go back?
Cloris. Are goats in the Feywild?
Yes.
No, they most certainly are not.
Well, they have a goat head, but no, I'm sorry.
Stop
I
talking,
love
stop
this.
talking, stop talking.
I love
I'm
it.
sorry, but yes,
Yeah.
they have.
There are goats here. I'm finding goats. They don't exist in this realm. More than that, as he reaches into the pouch, he pulls a small vial and he tosses it to you. As you hold it, it just looks to be a vial of water.
That's not supposed to be here.
That's holy water.
Oh. Ooh. That's odd. The celestial. What is happening? This is odd.
I don't know, but something's weird. From what you all told us, it's that the Feywild is pushing back. It created
Yes.
something. I don't think
Yeah?
it created a Fey creature.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a celestial creature by the curse of this.
He looks at the skin of the goat that's like hanging and stretched out. As he gets up, he cuts a piece of the fur off of it, and he holds it in his hand out to you. And before you can extend a hand to reach it, it bursts in small flames and dissipates as he wipes his hand away from it.
Okay, that's odd.
And then you see on his hand is blood. Yeah, so I'm in between fuck all and jack shit with what I know.
Alright. Fair enough. Jared, let me heal that.
No, it's not his blood. It's like where the
Okay.
fur was. It was bleeding.
here's blood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this little fur bundles of blood, essentially, is what this is.
So essentially, he cut off the fur, and once it was cut off from the skin that was holding it, it turned into
No.
blood.
So give me a moment. I can maybe do something. I'm gonna speak with a tree for the first time in a while.
Okay. Yeah.
Close by.
You speak to one of the like willow trees.
Yes.
Okay. What do you say?
What is happening here? What divine thing compels you to be here?
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
I knew it.
22.
22. You succeed. As you speak to this tree, the tree, like it's like this force on your mind tries to unleash an attack on you, but you're able to resist it and stop it and push it back. There's no response from the tree.
Alright. Yeah, that tree is not, this is odd. This is a plague. I don't know, but it's not talking to me. Normally all trees are really chatty. Ain't got any response. They want him to attack me.
Whatever it is, it's powerful.
Yeah, we need everyone.
Alright. Let's head back.
Let's head back. Do you want to come to the water plane, or do you want to
No.
go back? No.
He cuts a portal open as he, with you, enter into Zargos. Going back to the water plane, Kerr, Marzina, and Yuri, anything you three want to do here?
The love triangle.
Oh, God.
Is there any fun stuff in the market? Like, can we roll on the table to see what we get?
As far as, like, magic items, I'm going to say for magic, y'all are level 16. So at this point, it's like, I could give you magic items, I could roll, but they're going to be, like, +1 items, like, +1 sword and, like, +1 armor. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much items that y'all could have that would be, like, we can do it if you want, but there's not going to be a lot of stuff that y'all would, like, that's optimal for y'all at this point. You know what I mean? That's the weird thing about high-level D&D. It's like, yeah, I could go shopping. I also have an artifact and legendary items. You know what I mean?
That's
So we
fair.
could if you want.
It's okay.
I have a legendary greatsword hanging on the wall in my bar. I mean, it's,
Yeah, it's like, what
we have
more
a
can
defender
y'all-
greatsword
Yeah.
hanging as a raffle prize,
It's like-
practically.
I'm
It's
just saying.
like-
I'm just saying. When we went to the fire plane, I got like a best
That's a
purchase.
good point.
That
I'm
wasn't
just saying.
from
So are
a
you talking
random
about magic
roller.
items or just like?
I just want to see cool shit. I just want to see cool shit.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
design.
no, there's a lot of cool shit. There's a lot of cool
Lyco's gonna
shit.
get
There's the Lagoon Spas. There's the Wave Collar Apothecary. There's the Deep Forged Gallery. There's the Maelstrom Dueling Arena. There's a lot of stuff. There's Pearls Embrace Jewelry. There's like true actual pearls.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Um,
getting Chloris like a pearl not tiara, but like a headband for her wedding when she has it eventually.
You go to buy this headband, and the owner is this Triton woman. All right, great. Wonderful piece. That's gonna run you about 10 clams.
Oh, I have gold pieces. How does one go about getting clams? Is there like a transaction place where I can like do convert currency thing or
Clam exchange.
claim
Clam
exchange?
exchange? That's not a thing. No clam exchange.
If people get hurt out here, they call the clambulance. Never mind, let me stop.
Okay.
I mean, they have the Goo Lagoon here from SpongeBob.
I don't really know how much 10 clams are in gold.
No, that's really fair. That's very fair. Is there any like work you need me to do that's worth 10 clams? I'm trying to buy this as a wedding gift for my friend.
How much gold do you have?
I have. That's a great question. I'm willing to part with like 100 gold pieces if that's okay with you.
100 is 10 times more than 10, so I think that works.
I feel like that's a fair trade, yeah.
Yeah, that works.
What's your name?
Isabella.
Isabella, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Marzina. Do you have like any recommendations what to do here? I don't know how long I'll be in the water plane, but this is like the coolest place I've ever been.
Oh, you're a tourist. Sorry, I thought you gestures to the water genasi. Oh, I thought you lived here.
I wish I did. I really wish I did.
Yeah.
But you don't.
Yeah,
Yet.
yeah. I'm here for business, but
Oh, great.
I'll take my leave. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to annoy you. Thank you for your help, ma'am. I
You're
really
fine.
appreciate it.
Bye. I
I'll
will
leave-
say you all do spot another unique thing here. There in the middle of the square, kind of by one of like the park area. It's not really a park like a garden, but it's like a small little clearing. There's this massive serpentine creature. It's deep blue. It has scales with wings, but it has 4 small atrophied arms and legs, and a long, flowing, almost East Asian style beard of a dragon. This is a sea dragon. It's there, it's looking down at a bunch of small children, merfolk, sea elves, tritons, a bunch of other marids, a bunch of creatures, and it's telling them a story. And they're taking notes. And then as you kind of watch, it's actually like it's putting on a play. Like it's teaching kids how to do like small theater.
Can I like listen in?
Yeah, it's very like the corny like Romeo and Juliet play like that all kids do in like elementary school. It's like, oh, you're gonna be this. Well, I want to be that. Kids, settle down. I want to be this person. You're gonna be this person. You're gonna be that person. This is your part. No, that's not your part. Now it's your part. It's very chaotic, but it's like it's a small, and it's not a massive sea dragon. It's massive by like human standards, but it's probably like a young or an adult sea dragon.
This is so fucking cool. This is really cool. Mary's never seen a sea dragon. She's just like completely enthralled. Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to do, Marcy?
At some point, I think she will find Kurt.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where does Marzina find you, Kurt?
Now AJ, I'm gonna pitch something to you, and you just tell me
Okay.
if it exists or not.
I like it.
Seahorse racing. He's
Hell
betting
yeah.
on the seahorses.
Betting
Let's
on
go.
seahorse racing? Fuck you.
Yep.
Kurt,
Some shark's
do me a
tail shit.
favor.
Uh-huh.
Heads or tails?
Heads or tails? Heads every
tails?
time. Heads.
Heads every
He's
time.
banging on the beat. Banging on
Wins
the
every
beat.
time.
It's literally shark's tail shit.
Heads. They are giant seahorses.
Woo!
Massive seahorses. They put them in this small little arena and they watch them go. It's like you're at the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, that's what
They
I'm
are
picturing.
going. Give me one sec.
Let's go.
There's just a general like thing for betting and like a game set.
Sick.
For how much gold are you putting before you realize that it's clams?
Uh-huh. 500.
500 gold pieces. People are like, that's
Yep.
about 50 clams. Sounds good. Sounds good. 50 clams.
Cool.
Sounds good. They give you a stack of clams. Some extra planar merchant is like, I'll take the gold. Cool. And by some means, you get 50 clams.
Sweet.
There are 3 different seahorses here.
You're 100% losing money either
There's
way.
the aquatic dash, there's the Triton trot, and there's the tidal twirl. Who are you betting on?
I'm betting on the aquatic dash. Aquatic
The
dash.
aquatic dash. Ryan, I'm gonna just need a luck check for the board. If you'd be so kind.
Let's
Give me a
fucking
luck
go.
check. Give me a
you're
luck check.
that.
It's a 9.
9. Not very high, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna assign the aquatic dash a +2. I'm gonna assign. I just had the fucking Triton trot a +3 and tidal twirl a +4. I need you to roll a d20, add +2 to it.
We're going to see who wins this seahorse race right now.
This is the best episode we've
18.
had.
18. All right, 17 and +4.
Whoa! Let's
Yes!
go!
It's going! You see that they shoot off with this bubble of water. Aquatic Dash is in the back. It's not galloping. The first one, Triton Trot, trips underwater. Boom, it falls face first, skids against the dirt. The other 2 are going neck and neck, and you're just next to this Marid genie, who's at this point is like putting you in a headlock. He's like, go! Go! Just like those random people you meet at a club and you're best friends with them. Aquatic Dash wins it. The group that you're in is fucking going
Just
nuts.
let's go!
Clams are thrown at you. They kind of hurt a bit, but you make about 60 clams back.
Woo! Alright, so I have 110 clams? Is that, or do
110
I have
clams.
60? 110,
Yeah, 110
clams. Cool,
clams.
I'll add that to my inventory.
All right, 110 clams. Pretty good money in the city of glass.
Let's go!
Marzina, you walk in. Kurt is drinking a couple of these concoctions here in the water plane. You see him nearly sweating as he's at the track. By all means.
Get clams because yeah.
I just gave a guy some money and he gave me clams, and I guess that's what they use here. I got tons of clams. If you need something,
Oh,
I got the clams.
I see that. Yeah, this is going to sound really weird and out of the blue. After EOS and everything, what do you want to do? What's your plan?
Oh, that's a big question. Let me calm myself down for a sec.
You're
this is
really
very different
sweaty.
energy.
You're
Yeah.
usually not.
Yeah, no, it's
Turn out like
it's
you're
very
living.
different here in the water plane. You know, I kind of like it though.
It's really
Anyway,
fun.
sorry, that is not the question that you asked me.
No, it's okay though.
I mean, I have some ideas about what I want to do. I'm gonna be honest. Even after all this, like, yeah, maybe a break, but I don't plan on sitting still. I think there's more to do. But why? I suppose why?
Just been thinking about the future and stuff, like very purple in the face now.
Yeah, he's just. Oh, what
Good
do you
fun.
plan on doing?
Good fun if you're
Well,
clams.
nope, you're not leaving. What do you plan on doing?
I feel like it depends if I get Spiral back or not, but I don't know. Everyone's doing like these grand things. Like Yuri has his bars. Cove is like, I don't know. He's doing wizard shit with Artigan. I mean, like Chloris. Bartholomew, they have their restaurant and her hidden farm in the middle of nowhere, and it's like I feel like I need to like do something, you know, that has meaning outside of like once this is all over. I think I'm going to try like I don't know, cause like hear me out, hear me out. Temple of Lunara in Scudlam got destroyed. Kind of an orphanage. I could like set up an orphanage there, so I just want to do something right, you know, and I just don't know what to do. But also the water plane's really cool, and I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the future and stuff.
Right.
Right.
I. All right. Don't laugh, because I haven't thought about this like a lot. Like the logistics of it, I haven't thought about at all.
Okay. This is what we have Co for.
Right. My plan. So there was all while we've been traveling, right?
Uh-huh.
There's been all this like planar shit. The planes are at war. There's problems there.
Uh-huh.
I want to like a peacekeeping force, like people who like it's their job to make sure that the planes are like doing good. Like there's void elementals coming and taking over the fire plane, like they're in places they shouldn't be. The
Yeah.
Feywild getting fucked up. Like I think there should be people who keep that stuff. Like we're in like a diplomatic position with the elemental planes, like keeping that peace, keeping I don't know. It's I have, as I said, haven't thought through the logistics, but I I don't plan on sitting still, and this seems like we're setting something up. There's like I don't think everyone is going to be a part of it. I know people they want to settle down, they want to stop. I'm not being like, hey, the remains, this is what we're doing now. I want to,
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
get that.
that's what I think
Yeah,
I want to do.
I
And
think
hey,
that's
you
very
said
noble.
you're looking for something with more purpose. That's the only reason I bring it up. It's such a half-baked idea right now, but
It's okay. I think it's a good I think it's noble. I think it's a good I'm gonna go. This was good. Thanks, Kurt.
all right. Uh, yeah. But bye, Merzita. He
Bye.
goes. He's a. Hey, what happened while I was dead?
Ah.
I
Walks
I
out.
don't know. Okay. Ugh. Feel like I ruined something there. Hey, let's go. And he like turns around to the guys. All right, let's fucking go. Let's go back.
Let's go!
So pure.
Yuri, what are you doing?
I think I think he was spending some time in whatever provided room that they'd given him, just fully dissociating, staring into the ceiling.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Should I be a
Alright.
good friend? Should I check in on Yuri?
That's up to you.
I think I shall.
Okay.
I'll like come by with some food. Yeah. Knock at his door.
Marzina knocks on the door. In your hands, Marcina, there's two bowls. There's like, not sushi, but like sashimi, like just raw fish, a massive portion. There's like some rice and a massive, like, full fish of salmon on top of it.
I don't know if you're hungry. I haven't seen you at any meals, and I just gotta keep your strength up and wanted to check in on you. Kind of a lot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Found out my old commander was alive. Found out that the storm that ruined a fair bit of my life is also the same person that's been invading my dreams for a year. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how to help with most of that, but if you want to talk about it, I have food we can eat, or we can just like ignore it. There's a really cool siren bar place thing.
No,
Want to-
no.
No?
You don't. No.
Oh
That
no, why
that
not?
no, that wasn't the bar.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad I didn't end up there. Okay, good to
Mhm.
know, good to know. I found out they have seahorse racing. Really weird. A lot of people clams are okay. I know clams are a thing in like material plane stuff, but like that's the money here. It's really weird. I'm really
That's
into it.
cliche.
I just think it's so fun, you know? Like I just didn't expect it.
Are you okay? So no. Oh, is this that thing where you come to give help because you need help?
No, stop it. I'm allowed to not be okay and check on my friends to see if he's okay, you know? I'm like pretty good, all things considered, like ignoring Spyro and like Eos and shit.
Hmm.
Kirsten loved me and I don't know what to do about it.
What'd you say?
Congrats. I don't know why you're telling me that. That's
Either I've been wanting to talk to Cloris about it, but she keeps dipping off into the Feywild and shit, and then she's like, oh, you haven't talked to me in so long. And it's like, well, I've been trying, but we've been busy. And then she's never alone, you know, she's always with Bartholdi. And then it's like, okay, maybe I can talk to Bartholdi about it, but then he's always doing shit either. Like, I didn't mean to tell you, I don't know why I just told you that. Have you been in love? How do you know you're in love?
just do, I guess. It's if you're hoping for some big, uh, like a revelation-esque answer, you're not gonna get one from me. I'm not flowery. You just do. I don't.
It's like, of course I love him, but I don't know if I love him, you
Uh-huh.
know?
If you
Yeah,
don't know, then you're not.
but like, I feel like I could.
Try.
Yeah, but then is that leading him on? I don't want to hurt him. I just
No.
see this is good distraction from what you're going through right now. You're welcome. I'm helping you. Jokes, okay. Yeah. Um, I did not mean to post this on you. This is awkward.
I can tell.
Yeah,
Yeah, I opened up a dam. Here I am. I'm seeing.
yeah.
Uh, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not the best person, but in lieu of other bad advice that other people would give you, because I don't think any one of us are good with any of this shit. Um,
No, I mean, I'm glad I went to you before I went to Cove. No offense to Cove, but
I agree.
yeah.
But no, if you're interested, be interested. It's not leading anyone on. Just
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you don't start at 100. You speed up to 100.
Yuri, you've known me for a while. I start at 100 and go to like 4,000.
That's too much. You gotta get a reins on that. But you're
Yeah,
not
it's
at 100. Is the thing.
yeah.
Is that that's why you're confused. You just don't know what to do now because you didn't
I
start there.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've never done this. Like you could argue Ramen, but like I never like loved Ramen, you know? He was just nice and pretty and like was really nice to me, but like I didn't love him, so I felt bad, so I broke up with him. But it's like
Hey,
I
I
already.
don't have the best track record either,
Yeah, but
as
like,
you would, as you have seen.
but you're like old and stuff. You've been in love before.
I'm not that much old. I'm
You're like 29, right?
that's old?
You're not even 20.
But that's okay. I've been. I mean, you've met my ex. I'm not gonna pretend like it was functional or
Yeah.
mutual, to be honest. No, I truly don't know what to tell you other than if you're interested, be interested. If you're not, don't.
This is good advice. I appreciate it. I'm really sorry for springing this up on you out of nowhere.
It's my
Um,
fault.
no. I came to check on you, and then every time this happens, we
And
deal
then
with my shit.
Yeah.
So one day, come to me, and I'll be there for you.
I'm
You gotta
not the
come.
type of person to do that. Mm-mm.
I know, so I just have to
I'm
be
not
like
gonna
a
do it.
fucking dog and just be
I'm
like, "Hey,
not
you
gonna do
okay?
it.
You okay?" I'm just gonna be annoying. One day, I'll crack you.
Okay.
One day.
Sure.
Okay.
Eat your damn food.
Chloris,
This
you're
fish
back
is raw.
in the capital with Bartholdi Cove and Vaxlim. Vaxlim, as you're kind of hanging around in Eden or wherever you may be in Zargos, Vaxlim does find you. He's dressed down, not in his armor, still has the sword of Best by his side. You got a second?
Yes.
Let's walk.
While I'm walking. Curiously looking at his body language.
It's hard to read this guy.
Yeah.
He's
but I'm
very
just-
stoic as like a knightly figure. I don't know if I like you. I'll just be honest. I think I dislike you.
I think so too.
But my friend is in love with you. So I'm going to tell you this. And if you tell anyone, I know you said something. When this is over, I don't plan on sticking around.
You're going somewhere or?
Yeah. I need you to promise me something.
I only give my word if I mean it, so I will promise you that.
Look out for him. I'm not going to be the person that shows up to your wedding. I'm not going to be the person that stops by and plays house.
I never expect to do something.
But I think I can trust you enough to make sure he's alright.
Fair. Only if you make me one promise. If we end all this and I'm dead, make sure we find someone else.
I won't make that promise, but I'll promise you something else. I'll make sure he doesn't forget you.
Ah.
He sticks a hand out.
I take it.
He shakes your hand, pulls back. This conversation didn't happen.
Nope, never.
He leaves. Bartholdi, you find yourself in Eden as you are walking about. You hear two voices coming from the war room. One you recognize, both you recognize, one with a bit of difficulty, but you see Zarek, and sitting across from him, not really across, but to his side, is Artorius, the king consort.
Oh.
You see their conversation stops. They're having like a old like friend conversation. They see you, Artorias, is dressed in full knightly regalia, weapons on his side. Bartholdi,
Artorias? Looks like
it's good to see you.
you as well. You're in a much better state.
I'm glad about it. So are you. Look at you, growing into that sword.
Trying to be worthy of it.
Zarek pipes up. King Consort here has pledged himself to our cause. He's gonna fight with us.
And how does the Queen feel about this?
She saw what we're against.
What about her brother?
She said goodbye to Oreos a long time ago. I have a favor to ask Zarek, but I'll ask you as well. Leave Rem to me.
I'm really glad to hear you say that. I don't know if I could face the good, to be honest with you. Not with
Yeah.
both hands.
I'll take care of it.
Then I'll take care of a rose.
We were just swapping stories. You want to join us?
Might as well. Going back to the water plane tomorrow, I think we have a lead.
Yeah, I actually got a report back from Artigan. I'd like to speak to all of you before you and we can planeswalk and get everyone back, but it's important we all meet. After hearing from Artigan, from what you all learned, and hearing from Vaxlim, we gotta talk.
I agree. It seems there are two pressing matters that are urgent.
Yeah. But what else is new, right?
Wouldn't be the end of the world if it was easy, right?
Not at all.
Oh, hey, I made this new recipe. He pulls out this, like, seafood stew. Super inspired.
Stinks up the whole place.
So good, though.
Just fish. Okay, absolutely. I'm going to extend it to everyone. Is there anything anyone wants to do among the three planes? Yes, Marzina.
I want to talk to Kurt.
Okay. Where does Marzina find you, Kurt?
Still the horse races, baby! Oh, sorry.
It's on the track, boys!
It's on the legs, baby! It's on the bets!
Probably just because like we're just killing time, so he's either
Waiting
like
for the rotations
just-
for Undyne to find Yorshama's domain.
yeah.
If that's
so,
what you all decide to do. But you all have been called back to Zargos to meet with the Guardians once more.
Okay, so we're meeting with the Guardians before that. So we're
Before that, yeah. He's calling everybody back, but this is like... Time is weird because we're still waiting on the rotations of the Spire. So it's really depending on any of the three planes that you choose or that are available to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's probably. Yeah, I'd say he's like still in the water plane. He's either like, depending on what time of day it is, either like walking around like looking at just like touristy shit in the water plane, or he's just like at a bar there somewhere.
For sure. For sure. Marzina, you find Kurt at a bar. He's taking a drink, not getting drunk, but definitely like sipping. You know, it's in the evening of the rotation. All the lights are dimmed. The Spire crystal dims down to simulate this darkness.
Rosina is going to order a shot, down the shot, go to Kurt and be like, okay.
Hey, Marcina.
Hi, Kurt. Yeah, she's just gonna kiss him. That's what happened after you died. Yeah. Are we a thing?
Okay, so
Do you want to be?
that's what that feeling was. I didn't know that that's what it was, but I
You
knew
felt. Whatever.
I didn't feel a kiss. I felt like you're dead. You don't like know shit. There's like magic that comes at you, and you kind of feel things. Like it's
Mhm.
not. It's not.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay. Oh,
Do you want to date? Like dating, plural, like
you're
official?
ask, you're asking me.
Yeah. Better
Yes.
say yes before I take. Okay. Great.
I've said yes.
Okay. Cool.
He brings her in and kisses her.
That was Dasha, not Marcina. Um,
Mm.
when the screaming.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh, you mean Marzina didn't dab in that moment? Interesting.
Dab or just hide. Yeah.
What made you change your mind?
I never changed my mind about anything. I've just been pondering things. And I had a really long discussion with Yuri about stuff.
With your okay. Good
Yeah.
advice there.
I mean, he's so old, he's really wise, you know?
Dude's basically ancient. Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Practically one day, 1 foot in the grave. What do you mean?
Yeah. No, I tend to go things like at 100% and then like 4,000%. But, because, like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I already love you, but, like, I feel like it has the potential to grow to more romantic love, you know? Because it's like a weird limbo right now, but I care about you
You.
a lot. And,
I care about you a lot as well. You have a lot on your plate. I need you to understand. You don't have any expectations from me. Like
wouldn't do this if I didn't want
whatever.
to.
I'm glad.
Yeah, me too. What do we do now?
This is cute and all, but I'm gonna need 2 clams for the shot.
So,
Yeah, of course. Hands over the
Okay.
clams.
Thank you.
And get us some more. I think
Okie
we,
dokie.
we just drink.
yeah.
Alright.
Spends the clams on drinks.
Cool.
No, probably not all of them. We would die.
For sure.
Let's put all the clams
110
on
clams.
55
110
shots. You
clams.
got this. Come on, what's your constitution?
Yuri, your door opens as 2 guards of the spire stand. You have a guest, sir. They part, and you see the same sea elf dressed. Kind of, his shirt is a bit starchy, like it was just downed with ale, and it's like dried, and it's that crispiness. Get up.
Okay.
Let's go to the lagoon. Follow me.
Yeah, it's changed a bit. I'll follow.
He walks with his hands in his pockets as he makes his way to the lagoons. This is the closest to the piers that the City of Glass has. It's portals into upper areas. As he just sits on the edge or stands on the edge of one of the piers, looks at the bubbles of the lagoon go up and down. He reaches down, and underneath this pier, he pulls out a bottle. You hear a ripping sound. He uncorks it, takes a swig, corks it, and tosses it behind his back for you. Wife says, can't drink anymore, so I had to set a stash aside.
Why? I never pegged you for the type.
When she found me, all I was drinking.
Is that you just ended up here, or?
Yeah. Ended up here. Met with Big Lady herself. First Queen made me a home here. Gave me work, put me up. Gave me a new life, she said.
What?
But I had a life. Or, that's what I thought when I first came here.
Well, not much made it out, obviously. Mark made it out somehow. That stubborn fucker.
Yeah, he's a fighter, that one. Always has been. I didn't react right yesterday.
Not your fault.
Yeah, well, wasn't yours either.
Sometimes we just get swept along. All we can do is keep our heads above water. Literally.
Word travels fast in the city. Some of the divers I know, they headed to the surface. Word is some out-of-towners making some big moves. I assume that's you and your crew.
Correct. Just offering aid to receive aid. I don't know how much you know, but the material plane isn't doing too hot right now. So.
And that's what the word is. Yeah. Well, simply put, it's not my problem anymore. I got only two.
There's worse ways to be. No, congratulations.
Thank you. Give me an insight check here.
But I suck at insight.
Sorry, brother.
See? What'd I say?
Sorry, brother. I wanted to say thanks.
What? A pain in your ass.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say thanks for. And for saving me.
Yeah, well, you pulled me out of the headman's noose. So, it was either go with you or swing. So.
Not really a good two choices.
No. but at least I had a choice. So consider it just returning that favor, I suppose.
What about now? You still picking the lesser of two evils?
Well, not so much. Not trying to pick it all really anymore, I suppose. But maybe providing the options amongst those evils, I guess. So there's still a fair amount of people in Zagos that are not in great situations, but still need to make the most of it with what they have, and people don't give a shit. So might as well make it bearable if I can.
I can respect that. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we were square.
You know me, I've always been fine with taking the hits so that things would be a little easier.
Yeah. Thought you'd say something like that. As he reaches under the pier, there's another rip as he pulls a sheathed scimitar. It's a familiar scimitar. It's one that he's always had on his side. Tosses it to you.
Well,
I wanted to give that to a son if I had one, but well, Narita wanted a girl, and I guess she got what she wanted.
well, you don't want her to be a fighter?
No. I've done enough fighting in my lifetime for a few generations of mine.
Fair enough. But wherever we go and we find, well, maybe shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to anyway. Person we're going after happens to be kind of the one who caused the storm, a bit unknowingly. So maybe I'll pass along a sentiment.
Good. But, no, I'm done fighting. I've been done for years now. Even before the storm, I was done fighting. It took me getting washed on my ass here, meeting Narita, and having a kid to teach me that, but yeah, I'm done fighting. But it seems like you won't.
We got a little bit of fight left in me.
And use that. It's the only thing that survived with me when I came here.
I don't know. It's definitely, I mean, the one I have now is pretty good. But I don't know. I might have passed you a bit ago.
It was good to see you. I'll say that much.
You too.
He walks, passes you until you're shoulder to shoulder, you facing one way and him facing the other. Just claps a hand on your shoulder, and he's gone. You can add the Captain's Sword Crimson Heart to your inventory. Unless there's anything anyone else wants to do, I'm going to move forward to where you regroup in the War Room of Eden. Yes, cool.
I think Code will just be going over that like equation again, trying to understand it.
Yeah.
Other than that,
For sure. For sure. Anyone else?
Gonna go find
Okie
Chloris.
dokie.
No, I'm gonna go find
Okay.
Chloris.
For sure. Cloris, where does Bartholdi find? Is she here? She went to the bathroom.
Oh, never mind. Moving along.
Cool. If there's nothing else, cool. You all meet here. You all see Artorias once again. Talk is pretty shortened as like the greetings are exchanged. He checks in on how you all are doing, specifically Cove, Chloris, and Marzina, and then business starts once again. Zarek stands up and addresses the whole room. Vaxilum, Artigan, and I, alongside the King Consort Artorias, are going to begin the operation to seal Zarix. It's going to take a long time, but we hope that if you all are successful in achieving this covenant with Undyne, then by the time you come back, we can handle this. However, there's also the issue of the Feywild and helping Maloloff, who is indeed a powerful ally. Moats are approaching the escaping people of Zarix, and our plan is to at least hold them off for now, so we can begin the operation when you all finish. But since you all are the ones making the decisions, I'll leave it up to you. Do we help Maloloff, or do we help Undyne first?
oh man,
Did I can I inform you of what I saw and witnessed with Vaxilin?
Yeah, Vaxilum has given our report, but if you'd like to add anything, Cloris, please.
There is some sort of celestial being born. The trees are dark, they're attacked, they do not speak to me. And there are goats there. Which
Goats.
there are no goats in Feywild, just
Vaxilum's eyes just roll. Like, he does that, like, Robert Downey Jr. meme when he's...
and apparently, yeah, it seems like something celestial is being born, not a fae in the trees.
Good information to have.
And a powerful being, right? Yes.
So
Again, you
from-
all are the ones that are going to be coming to blows with that creature. I don't think that we shouldn't do either, or should do one and not the other. I just think it's a matter of which do we do first. We'll also put forth that whichever one you all decide, the other might be a bit worse off for it.
From what we know, the Feywild one might be more urgent, although that's just hypothetically, not a certainty. But Undyne is someone we need. We can, if we don't have the Summer King's help, or if this becomes a bit more of an issue, Undyne's support is more important. But the Feywild one might be getting easily worse if we leave it alone. So it's a decision between we do the one that we know might be more time sensitive, or do we do the one that we know is more important?
Artorias speaks up. Gentlemen, let's give the remains the room. Let them decide amongst themselves without our influence. Whether it's there or not, it should be their decision. There's a nod of agreement between the rest of the Guardians as they stand up and they head on out. You all have a choice to make. Are you going to do the Feywild first or the water plane first, the Netherdeep. As Zarek has mentioned, whichever one you do first, or whichever one you do second, will probably be worse off for it, given the delay. So even if, like, okay, essentially they're both time sensitive.
Right.
Yeah. They're both essentially they're both bad. Like they're gonna be difficult no matter what. But whichever one we hold off, they're gonna get like an upgrade or get worse when we go to deal with it. So we want worst sea abyssal creature of damnation and horror, or worst a new celestial fae that they cannot affect.
I'll be honest, I fucking hate the Feywild. Shocker.
So is this you saying you want to deal with it first and get it out of the way, or are you willing to deal with a much harder pay by delaying it?
We get fucked in the Feywild every time we go. Every time.
I'm pretty sure Cove still has scars when he got mauled by two fairies.
We remember that encounter very different.
Yeah.
Because
What do you
you
mean?
getting attacked by the fairies was not the crowning highlight.
I'm well aware.
We don't know when we're gonna know when to leave. Or Undyne is the only thing.
I will say Undyne mentioned like about 2 or 3 rotations before they find it. Like they're putting all of their resources on it. They can find your Sharma's domain if that's what you should so choose.
Yeah.
They'll find your Sharma's domain.
Yeah, but
So they can find it with little.
we have
with, like,
we have a little bit of breathing room because like, oh, maybe we'll like save a day, which, you know, grand scheme of things, nothing much, but in terms of being busy, maybe we'll save a day or two.
And I think that honestly there isn't a correct choice here. It's just we decide which one we think is more pressing in this moment. I personally think probably the stuff with Undyne would be my vote if we're going and voting. Like we have like, okay, well, which one do we think is the most pressing as a group at this time to go for?
Yeah, I think Chloe would also go to Undyne, because if we don't get the Summer Court's help, then it's not it's upsetting and it's a blow, but we need Undyne. That is almost a requirement. It becomes a lot more difficult if she's not there at the final battle.
Yeah.
So it seems like, let's help the person that's more important, get her situated, and then we can see if we can even deal with the Feywild thing.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Era. /Cove.
I think we should do the Feywild first because we didn't do it first last time, and that's part of the reason that this is happening. We are partially responsible for this by our inaction last time. And that if we do that, we're doing the same cycle twice in the same region. Although, we did put off Undone once too, so... But I think the Feywild for that reason.
Well, we put off both, and they've both gotten worse because we put them off. But the Feywild thing got worse the way it did was because of how far away the stuff was happening from like the main court, because it was all over the courts. So last time when we would go a week, it was like 2-3 months there, and that's why things got bad so quick. Here, it's apparently that area's time is going around the same as our time, if not maybe a day or two extra.
Well, we have 1 Feywild and 2 water plane. What's everybody else's vote?
I'm Feywild because that's what cores would do. There's no circumventing that. No matter.
Yeah.
She's selfish.
Like there's no right answer. Like it's, you know, we can, you know, if we have a majority, we have a.
And
Yeah, Yuri and Marzina.
We need Undyne, but it doesn't seem as time sensitive, though it is more important. We just need to try and patchwork as we go. So, I say Feywild.
And
As much
Dasha
as
is
it kills me to say.
The last person that I thought they would hear that. Last person.
There is no joy in this decision.
I respect that. I feel the same way.
Can we just get a thumbnail of Brent saying this?
Oh, we have a thumbnail already.
Yeah, it's me going like this.
Yeah.
Damn it, I
Mer-
wasn't ready in time to catch that.
Dasha or
Marzina
Mer?
is doing rounds. Dasha's
Gotcha.
doing rounds right now, so she'll be back soon. Is there anything anyone else wants to add? Oh.
Can I-
Marzina says Undyne. I just DM'd her through her DM
Okay.
chat.
Here's another thing to talk about.
So it's
The reality is we are level 16 adventurers. Reasonably, 3 of us could do each and probably get by. To be honest, we are at that level. I was 2 points off at a storm giant. Give me my salty run back, mother. Anyways.
So
I
the issue is, do we think that this is like a cut group in half kind of deal? Because if we do that, we're sending only 3 of us to deal with
Wardens of the Deep. With
Yeah, these-
3 people.
that's
These
the
things
thing. I
shake
think
the
these-
entire plane.
Yeah. It took
And-
the entirety of the water plane's forces to deal with the 3 that they sealed away. I don't think
Also-
3 of us
will
are going to
add
deal
this.
with one of them.
Because Bartholdi is not wrong. However, you are level 16 adventurers in the prime material plane. Yes, there's not a lot that can stand to you. It's kind of why I set it up this way. Because extra planar stuff, as experience has shown, is a lot different. A lot
is
more
big boy
powerful.
pants stuff. It's like level 16 minimum. And also the last time we dealt with the Divine Fae, it was pretty clear that if even one of us was missing, it was gonna rock our shit. I had to do shenanigans to help us.
I don't think there's a single encounter in the Feywild I'd want to go on with less than a full party.
Hey Yuri. Hey Yuri. 1 or 2?
What are you doing?
Wait till Marzina
Okay.
comes back so she can put her 2 cents in. I just wanna
Okay.
be fair to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
fair.
there she is. Marzina. I will go ahead and explain to you what is going on. Can you hear us?
Like, yeah.
Cool. So we are essentially deciding which are we doing first. Are we going to help Maulof and go to the Feywild? Or are we going to help Undyne and go to the Netherdeep? Regardless of which you choose, the second one will be more formidable as a result.
We have one that's
We
more
are
time
3-3.
sensitive and one that's kind of more important. But we have
We are
one that's also
3 and
time
3.
sensitive.
So like
Which
both
is
are
one that's
time
time
sensitive
sensitive?
at time
Feywild.
sensitive at its core because regardless of which you choose, the other one will be worse off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Faye's gonna be worse off
So-
in the long run. However,
either
Marzina wants
or.
to help Undyne.
They're both gonna be worse off in the long run.
I'm
because-
way more scared of Feywild than I am of anything Netherdeep, and maybe that's just the ignorant stalking because we haven't done very much.
Yeah,
of it,
I was gonna
but
say, I was like, at least we know what the Feywild gonna look like.
I think we should do the
hate
Netherdeep first because doesn't AJ have his scary book about like sea creatures and D&D?
You think he doesn't have an equally scary book
have-
about Fae? Like what?
Yeah, the scary
about
part
to
about
say.
that face stuff too.
Hey Bren, pick 1 or 2.
I'm not doing this.
I think we should do Undyne. What does everyone else think?
We're split
We are
half.
three.
half.
3-3.
Yuri, Bart, and Cloris believe in the Feywild. Kurt, Marzina, and Cove think the Netherdeep. So we are
So you're the
split
tiebreaker.
3-3. Here's how
split.
no, so we're
Can
split
they
3-3.
can they physically even find Bellis without me?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Because they're not finding Bellis, they're finding your Sharma's domain.
Okay,
So either can be tackled. Either one of them
Let's-
can be tackled.
let's do
It's
the
just
Feywild.
up to y'all. We can. Okay. We are going over to the Feywild then. That is 4-2.
This is a beast of our own choice. God, the
I want to
Netherdeep
get
is gonna
health
suck so
potions
bad.
before we go to the.
I said what I said as Bartholdi. As Juice, I want to do Netherdeep first. I want to do it first because
So
I know
do
if I
I.
do that second, nah, we're about to get clapped by a kraken.
Nah.
We are about to
I
get
can't.
Bring it back,
clapped.
bring it back, bring it
Alright,
back,
I'm
bring it back, bring it back.
I'm
All
good.
right, well, you all come to this conclusion. The Guardians come back in. You explain the plan to them. Everything's all accounted for. Is there anything anyone wants to do in Zargos before we head to the Feywild?
Are we all together?
Any shopping? We are all together. Any shopping can be done. Just DM me, and we'll do that out of game.
Slay.
Anything you all six want to do?
Is there anything
Nope.
we? The thing is, we can't even prepare because apparently this Feywild is Feywild for the Feywild.
Adding more Feywilds doesn't change the outcome. I don't know what that means. It's just a Feywild.
I'm real fucking concerned about what you're gonna throw at us because I think I might know,
Anything you all six want to do?
but it's fine. Nope.
Going once.
Can
Going twice.
I talk to Bartoli?
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
gone. He's
Bartholdi! When he want to talk to you, you were gone. When you want to talk to him, he's gone.
I'm here.
I went to
He's
the
here.
bathroom.
He's here.
I was getting water. What's up?
I just wanted to have a conversation with you before we left.
Yeah, we gotta talk. So, didn't get Fragaria on our side. Also, promised Ellie we would visit pretty freaking often, and she really wants to be the maid of honor at our wedding. I don't know how you're gonna feel about that. It was rough out there.
Maid of honor? Well, it probably would. Yuri would probably be happy to miss that spot.
I'm sure that you should not put Yuri through that. I really feel that he would not like that.
I like the idea of a man in honor, like Yuri, my best mate.
I mean, that's fair. At least ask him. It's your choice.
No,
I'll
it's
take
fine.
the L.
It's fine. He will just be mad at me. So it's like this.
Gotcha. What else did you want to talk about?
How are you feeling about the Fragaria thing? How did it go?
I lost some things and gained some others.
Alrighty. Why?
I didn't get the Fragarians to see what I wanted them. Well, I didn't get their aid for us, and that sucks. But I did get to fight a storm giant with my best friend, and that was pretty cool. Got a little bit of time lost back there.
Neat.
I just wish we could have won. But,
You know, some things you learn from your losses.
yep,
That's
why I wanted to do the Feywild, because I feel like we lost there once.
We lost fucking other times. I'm scared. But
Yeah, that tree didn't
we gotta
to
talk.
you. That's it.
I will have to teach you one day. All right. However, we have to talk about the kids.
Which kids?
Oh, the wizard, the lonely wizard, the water genasi girl who is running around feeling guilty.
I mean, she wants to talk to you, but you seem to be unavailable to her, as far as I'm sure on that one. But are you
I've
worried
been in
about
the
them?
Feywild with... Yeah, of course I'm worried about them. I bought a trust fund for a wizard who should be able to buy his own shit.
You're gonna have to stop babying him at some point. You realize that, right? How's he ever gonna
Are
grow
you-
if you keep him planted all the time?
You know, he's growing with guidance, you know, with
Well, just,
guidance, slowly.
Just remember, the line between guidance and strangling is very small and
That's true.
easily stepped
But
across.
He's like a cactus, to be honest.
I guess. Listen, they went and did something all on their own without either of us. They're more than capable of looking out for themselves. Not that I don't worry about them, but I really believe in them.
I'm just worried that Cove is gonna sit in a lonely wizard tower, not talking to anything, talking to his awakened shrubs, being a sad old man with no one to love.
And where
I'm very concerned about this. And Marcina falling in love with whoever admires her for a second.
I imagine she would tell one of us if she felt that way. I mean, maybe she won't.
I
That's her
hope
business.
so.
But, I really love how much you care about everybody. It's one of my favorite things about you.
I love that you care too. More quietly, though, than me. I feel more love.
I just choose my moments carefully. Take the small victories, not expect big ones.
Make a point there. Alright. Just know that there's going to be a room for everyone, okay, at plans.
Okay.
Okay. And with that, you all gather together. Chloris, you cast Plane Shift. As you all head to the summer court of the Feywild, hoping to make your way to this spire of vines and branches constructed by Malloth that is keeping this mysterious creature at bay for the moment. The decision to help Malloth first and Undyne second will have its ramifications. However, the choice to choose the Feywild first and Undyne second will also prove an easier challenge since you all tackle it together. And as you attack this creature, going towards this dark, dense thickets of trees and forest shrouded in this mist here in the summer court, that's where we're going to end our session today and pick up in this dense forest next week.
Woo! You guys all are like giving burns at Cove. I'm like, what do you do to you guys?
I was DMing AJ. I was like, he just gets shot for no reason. Like Cove is like the fourth
Bro isn't
character.
even here to defend himself every time.
Honestly.
Y'all are shooting
Oh,
Cove
it's
through the fourth wall, bro. Y'all are shooting him through the fourth wall.
We've had a pretty couple of heavy sessions. I was like, let's have a light one before I the kitchen sink at y'all. Oh, I'm